Welcome, everyone, to the Boise State Esports Arena. We're here for the Winter Major presented by ICCU. We got some high school Rocket League on the docket. I'm your cast of the day, Eric Tesserix-Patran, and of course, I am joined by Bryce Jensen. Bryce, how you feeling today, man? We have some good matches to really get us warmed up for the start of the season.
100%. We got 4 teams here with us tonight. We got BK, we got Bora, we got Capital, and of course we got Middleton as well. 4 great teams out of Rocket League. I don't believe it is all the teams out of Rocket League. There's some that couldn't make it here tonight, of course. It is all in person. But this should give us a good showing for what high school really has in store going in to this fresh new season of high school esports.
I mean, I'm always excited for it, especially because we get to see some familiar faces as well. You were talking about BK, Bishop Kelly. One of our coaches that just joined over here for Boise State, that is Nate, he coaches for that squad. And a lot of people who tune in to the Boise State broadcast, they know Danner Hill. He does Rocket Log, and he also does coaching for it for Middleton.
Yeah, and honestly, it's going to be a pretty good one. I've seen a lot of good Rocket League out of everybody here. I played a little bit of high school esports myself. I never played Rocket League. I was always more of an Overwatch guy. However, I've heard the horror stories from Rocket League players about some of these teams. I want to point out Bishop Kelly in particular. They have been a very large driving force in the Rocket League scene. In fact, I believe they are the runner-ups from last year's high school event, which means can they get past that second place, move to the first? Can they improve just a little bit more?
Here's the thing. Let's get some drama on that because it's actually Middleton who's the runner-up. BK was close, but it was Danner's team who took them out. But you know what? Before we head on to some Rocket League action, we got something to cover, Bryce.
And that would be Doc's keys to the game, the most important thing if you want to take the top spot. And of course, in Rocket League, the keys to the game are get the ball in the goal. Doesn't matter which, but you prefer the one that isn't your team's color. Sweaty comms, get the ball in the goal. Doesn't matter which. So nice they had to put it there twice.
Get it in there.
And then, of course, you got to punish the double commit. All, of course, brought to you by our gracious sponsors. And, of course, the sponsors of this event, Idaho Central Credit Union, one of our favorite partners, and they've been partnering with us for a very long time. For over 90 years, they've helped Idaho customers save millions, and they've also helped Boise State get up to over 1,500 wins. Of course, we're not watching Boise State. We're going to start off with Bishop Kelly and Middleton.
Excited for this one. One thing, we never do Deathstroke's keys to the game. Talked about it a million times. Demo. That's all of them. But here we go.
Indeed, but Dirk.
Bishop Kelly versus Bora. We're getting underway right now, Bryce.
Yeah, and Bishop Kelly coming out the gate swinging with a really nice goal within the first 5 seconds of the match. That is one way to start the game. But no, it's not 5 seconds. It was 20 seconds.
Good correction there. It's very crucial.
Very, very crucial. Time is a very big thing, especially when rounds are only 5 minutes long, and we are currently in a best-of-3 format. First to 2 wins will take home the day, and from the looks of things, Ecuador is going to be taking it to the corner. Not the country, but the player. Pushing it over to the midfield, going to be taken by Dirk once again. Eskif going to look up for the ball, but Nate Bones is going to be the one to take it away. Aspect going to tap it, isn't quite going to get it out of control of Nate, but it is going to kind of tip it. Ecuador going up for the ball is going to miss it. Raptor with a shot! Going to be blocked out by Dark.
Yeah, brilliant save coming out from Dark. Ball goes center field and now getting returned into the territory. Bishop Kelly looking to take a shot right now, but quickly there's a Bora now on the offensive. You can see Raptor trying to knock it out of that corner. Already one save going to come out from Raptor from that interference round. Looking to set the ball downfield. Now getting controlled. Ooh. Still stays in the center field, though. Nate finally able to get it back up into the air, but it's Ecuador once again who goes for the aerial dribble, but it gets blocked away.
And that double commit is going to allow the ball to go right back into the hands, but Dark is right back there with him and manages to score his second goal. Bishop Kelly putting themselves up 2-0. However, Middleton has done a good job at keeping the pressure off of them for a while. They just haven't been able to kind of find their way onto the offensive side outside of that one very aggressive play towards the beginning. Bishop Kelly leading 2-0, and we are almost at the 3-minute mark.
And Bora still looking to get on the board. We'll see what attempts they can take to try and change that around. Of course, not having it over towards the net of Bishop Kelly, not going to do you any favors, but here comes the shot. Looking for it. Block going to be found. Now Dark coming forward. See the shot coming out. Ecuador still leading it forward. Has the pass over, but no one in the back pocket to go for the double tap.
Yeah, Ecuador pushing over to the Bora side of the field. Nate Bones going to push that one away, but Aspect is going to be the one to take it in the end. But no, Eskif going to push it towards the goal, but luckily Dark was there to save it for Bishop Kelly. Eskif is going to slightly overshoot the ball, but Raptor going to challenge it as well. Ecuador managing to get it out of the hands of Nate Bones, but still into the corner with a nice shot from Ecuador off the crossbar. Ecuador. Is it the country or the player? I'm not quite sure, but one thing I am sure of is that was a pretty clean goal.
Yeah, you can see Nate right there trying to get in position as fast as he can to find that block, but the ball was faster. And Bishop Kelly might be looking for a fast close to this series. How fast they've gone, 3 zips, still yet to get on the board is Bora.
Yeah, but I don't think Bora's quite out of it yet. Aspect is going to try and take the ball off the top, but Nate Bones is going to be the one to grab it in the end. Manages to get past the defender. Ecuador going to stop him in his tracks, but he doesn't have anybody to follow up on the ball. Raptor going to keep it in the midfield, pushing it right back over to the other side as Bora is going to take it away once again. Nate Bones with the ball is going to get bumped away by Dark, but Eskif right there to back him up. Ball still floating around in the midfield. A 3-0 lead is not that big in the grand scheme of things, especially with a demo onto Eskif. That might make it a little bit easier to expand that lead for Bishop Kelly, but Bora is not willing to give it to him easy.
All right, here comes Eskif in the corner. Dark's on the receiving end. Demos galore coming in. 1 for 1 on the trade. Now Dark over in the corner as Raptor fights for possession of the ball. It's the Aspect once again looking to center up that shot. Not able to find it. Now Dark taking his turn, going for the aerial off the top. Gets received by Raptor. Another demo. Dark will take Nate Bones and the shot over the top. Hector is able to score.
Hector and Dark seem to be the power duo of Bishop Kelly. Raptor was able to get away, and Eskif not quite able to get to the ball in time. However, that was a very hard ball to react to, you got to admit. That was a very nice shot up into the corner, but I will say, Bora still have quite a good opportunity to get a few points on the board. Raptor going for the ball in the center is going to overshoot just a little bit as Eskif is going to try and grab it as well. Hector redirecting it towards the goal is going to get another shot in, but is it going to work? The double commit is going to push the ball over towards Bishop Kelly's side of the field. Dark going to be the one to grab it. Nate Bones pushing it away in the end. Hector going to be the one to grab the ball up on that side, met by Raptor and Eskif. Eskif is going to be the one to get it. Is going to get bumped out of the way before he can do much with it as the ball shoots over to the other side of the field. Bishop Kelly still on the defense, but Bora unable to find a good shot quite yet.
Yeah, Bora not from lack of trying, though. They just can't get the ball on target just yet. Nate Bones over in the corner. Hector is on the receiving end. He's looking to set up the shot. You can see the members of Bishop Kelly trying to get in position. First shot going to come out from Aspect. Dark's going to follow through. Into the corner, though. Sends it over to Hector. Now tries to back it up. Here comes Nate Bones. Has an opportunity to try and make something happen. Doesn't get the double tap. Demo comes out. Denies the first shot. Dark on the receiving end. Nate Bones is going to go wide. And Aspect sees the net. He tries to challenge, but there is Eskif once again. 30 seconds left on the clock.
Bumps win games, and Eskif knows that to a T. He's able to bump it out of the way before another goal could get scored on Bora, but Bishop Kelly came so close to taking a goal there. Wasn't quite going to let Bora through. Raptor with the ball once again onto a shot, but Dark in the right position for a redirect. We're going to take it into an open goal, but it's off the side. Nate Bones is going to save it out. Can Bora find a goal here to give them a goal, to give them a point on the series? Eskif going up for the ball, bounces off Hector. Nate Bones racing for the ball once again as Hector is going to be the one to keep this in the air. Bishop Kelly looking for the 5-0, but Bora is not going to give it to him that easy. Aspect going to take it up into the corner off of Eskif. Raptor going to be chasing it. That ball is still hanging time.
All right, now Eskif on the receiving end. We are suspended in time. Hector will take the shot, but the ball will land on the floor. Bishop Kelly 4-0.
Winning the first game of the series, needing one more to take the first game of the night. And what a showing out of Bishop Kelly that was. I mean, they say that rubbing's a part of racing, but bumping is a huge part of Rocket League, and they seem to have that one down to a T.
Yeah, I mean, just taking a look at the demo numbers, every single member of Bishop Kelly able to get a demo in there. Some of those were taken and received at the same time. I remember the one with Eskif going both ways on the back end of it. But kind of shows you how good Bishop Kelly is. This is a team that made it to the semifinals. We're only eliminated them, so they are capable of a very high caliber of play, and Bora's going to need to match that energy. They want to stay in this matchup.
Yeah, and match that energy they did towards the end there. In the beginning, it started a little rocky, but as the game went on, you started to see a little bit more coordination out of Bora. You saw a lot less of the pinching scenarios that allowed the ball to bounce off another player.
You saw
and
they
into
had
goal.
shots.
Yeah, they had a few really good shots onto Bishop Kelly. Just didn't quite have the volume of shots Bishop Kelly did. You look at Dark and you look at Dark, especially on the Bishop Kelly side. He had the most shots out of anybody in the game. And because of that, he was able to get goals, and so were his teammates. Bora couldn't quite get onto the offensive side for long enough to really get that pressure mounted.
I mean, what we saw were attempts. They just weren't really on net, and that's one of the things we need to see from Bora. We need a little bit more accuracy, man. They have the ability to get the ball over onto BK's side, but now they need to dunk that ball into the goal. I mean, we saw the Doc's keys to the game.
Yeah.
It said, get ball in goal.
Yeah,
You're almost
ball
there.
went in goal.
You're almost there.
The ball went in goal 4 times, especially as Raptor's going to go up for the ball, but Eskif's going to be the one to save it out. I want to point out Ekdor as well. He's kind of been the secondary player to both Dark and Aspect. I don't think he's scored any goals yet, but he has assisted in almost all of them, as Raptor's still going for the ball, going to kind of get bumped up. I don't think I've ever seen someone get bumped straight up before.
You can see how much of a challenge some of these is, but now Eskif scoreless in game 1, but now it's Bora who will take the first point in game 2.
I think Durtho might shed a tear if he saw that one. That was just beautiful, right out of his playbook. Off the wall, off the crossbar, into the goal line. Eskif starting this one out strong.
This is what you love to see. Bora finally able to attack back and bring it to BK. Ball getting centered up right now. Looking for the shot's going to be Ekdor. Tries to send it over, but Nate Bones on the receiving end for Bora. To the corner it goes. Dark looking to take the ball away. Breaks through one defender. Nice pass, but the demo from Eskif will return fire and stop the offense of BK.
See, we just needed them to warm up just a little bit. You know, Bora, they were still a little chilly for outside. You know, the weather is starting to get a little bit colder for the first time in a while. Raptor going up for the ball with Nate Bones following right behind him. Dark is going to keep it on that midline. However, Raptor is not willing to keep it there. Ekdor going to be the one with the ball this time. Can he avoid the demolition on the way over? But he can't avoid Raptor. Clever guy he is, not able to get that ball around. As he's able to save another ball, and that thing is just floating next to the goal.
Man, that was almost a beautiful try. You did see the flip reset come in, but now here comes Ekdor into the corner. Raptor will look to collect that ball. Center up for the shot. Eskif is so quick on it to find the block. Now Eskif on the aerial wants to return it over to BK's side. Dark is receiving into the corner. Ekdor will look for the clear, get it back towards Bora's goal. Aspect on one end. See the double commit now coming out. Ekdor and Dark both chasing the ball, but it's Aspect in the back who will look to try and take a shot. Looks for another one. Nate Bones contests. Dark over the top into the corner once more. Ekdor's looking for an angle, but has to back up instead. Wants to collect a little bit more boost before he challenges for much more. Raptor, here comes the shot. Eskif's there, but it's not on target from Dark.
Yeah, Eskif able to get it right back around. Aspect is going to be the one with the ball this time. Ekdor with a shot on the goal is going to go a little bit narrow. It's going to hit the side wall and allow Bora to start their offensive pressure once again, doing a lot better job on the defense this time around. Raptor going for the ball once again, but Ekdor is going to be the one to take it away this time around. Eskif with a little bit of a jump, going to keep the ball in place and trying to get it around, but Aspect going to get it out right to Nate Bones. 2:17 left on the clock. Bora is keeping this one a whole lot tighter than the last.
And they're the ones with the lead this time, so if they can play the defense, especially Eskif, who's been immaculate so far, it's very realistic that Bora can send us to a game 3. Now into the corner, looking to receive it. Ekdor looking for the chase. Dark on the back end. It's Nate Bones who goes up the wall. Aspect challenges center field. Now we'll go for the aerial, looking for the flip reset. Doesn't quite get it. Raptor sends it up once more, but now Dark looking for the shot. Not on target. Eskif is able to knock off the direction. An attempt coming out from Bishop Kelly, but no goal to be found. Dark looking to change that, still in the corner. Eskif playing this defense, and a great block from Raptor. Another shot comes in, it's off the top of the crossbar.
It's still out! It's out, but Aspect gets it!
Down by Aspect!
Oh my gosh, that thing sat there for a good 10 seconds. It took everyone touching the ball, but Aspect ties things up. We're sitting at 1-1, and Bishop Kelly is in a position to take the series once again.
1-1 tie game.
Oh,
But
wait!
What's that, Raptor?
The kickoff will give the lead back to Bora.
Raptor just sneaking that ball in. What a worm burner it is. And Bora looking to take us to game 3. They still got a minute and a half left to play, though. Can they keep up the defense?
Raptor immaculate off of that kickoff. Bora with the lead. If they can continue that defense that they've been working all game, they might be able to find something. Eskip not going to be on target, instead sends it over to the left side of the field. Raptor now looking to seize the shot, but Dark's there to run interference. Here comes Aspect. It's blocked away from 1 minute left on this clock. Ektor looking to center it up. Dark's looking for the shot, but Eskip will play that defense beautifully.
Yeah, a little bit of a nudge out of the way is going to allow them to really just disrupt a lot of the shots taken. We are ticking under a minute left, 45 seconds left to go. Raptor going to be the one to push this one away. Nate Bones going to try and grab the ball, but Aspect has an open net, and they're not able to get back, tying it back up. BK, Bora, both at 2. Both need a point to take this round, and we might see this one go to overtime.
BK, it's been a bit of a struggle to get points on the board, but they're able to find it nonetheless to tie up this game. 36 seconds left on the clock. Aspect sees an angle, passes it to Ektor. Ektor over the top, looking for the double tap. It's going to be Dark who receives it. Doesn't quite get into the angle, but Ektor, being in the back pocket, will take the lead.
Man, Bishop Kelly with the Dark Ecuador alley-oop dunk right into the goal. What a shot out of him. And now with less than 30 seconds on the clock, the pressure's on Bora. Can we tie this one back up? Looks
not going to get another chance. Oh. This is game 2, excuse me. Match point for Bishop Kelly. Over into the corner. Still 10 seconds now on the clock. The demo's going to be found. The pressure really applied by Bishop Kelly. 6 seconds remain. The ball bouncing through, gets knocked into the corner. If it spikes onto the ground, this game is over. Bora need to juggle it for as long as they can, but they can't. So Bishop Kelly will take the series 2-0.
Nice little smack out of the air out of Bishop Kelly, and that is going to give them game 2, winning them the series, taking the first win of the night. What a game that one turned out to be, especially game 2.
And you had made a reference to warming up, right? It kind of felt like we felt that with Bora in that game number 2. Game number 1, I mean, BK were able to run away with it, but Bora gave them a run for their money. Ultimately, Bishop Kelly were inevitable.
Yes, they were. And just like that snap, Bishop Kelly to get another win on their record. And, you know, I got to hand it to Bora. What a game that second one turned out to be. Holy tamale, that one was good.
It was a big effort coming out from Bora to play as much defense as they possibly could. I mean, Eskif in specific was immaculate with finding block after block after block. The thing is, with time, eventually, Bishop Kelly were able to find weaknesses in that defense. A lot of that came from team play. You called it the alley-oop dunk that they were able to find on the back end. Beautiful stuff.
He just got dunked on. Oh, man, that was you got to hand it to Bishop Kelly, though. Their teamwork was really good. We started to see it taper off at the beginning of game 2, and I feel like that's how Bora was really able to start their momentum up. We saw a very early goal out of Bora. Once again, amazing solo play, but it came off a triple commit out of Bishop Kelly as well. And off the side, off the top, into the goal, that one was incredible. But then they really started to work together and started to play together. I mean, that kickoff goal, very nice kickoff goal out of Raptor. But there was a lot more team play, a lot more bumps, a lot more demos that were crucial to Bishop Kelly scoring points.
So that's game number 1 done. Bishop Kelly going to feel good starting this off. Semifinalists, the preseason, going to start it off with the dub. Got to always love that. We're going to take a quick break as we set up for game number 2. That is Capital versus Middleton. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll be right back.
Scott Matlock, underrated recruit, has built himself into one of the best defensive players in the Mountain West.
What would you do if you couldn't fail? Would you see every setback as a catalyst to keep going? This is the innovator's mindset, because innovation demands daring. is finding thousands of ways that don't work, and the one that changes everything. It's when your unrelenting spirit sees the world's needs and says, I will create something better. So, what will you do? Will you let your genius run wild? Give yourself the space to be great? Set your sights on something even bigger, because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of the blue.
This is our new home.
Mission control, engine lock.
I'll call you after.
I'll be right next to you.
My friends know me as Derek, but I'm also Master Sergeant Raxter. This is my life in the Air National Guard.
Since you guys have been in here, some things have changed. We've updated this place to be in its final form. New cabinets, new counters, all sorts of new stuff in here. This has turned into a place that wouldn't look out of place at an SEC or Big Ten football facility, and Dairy West has allowed us to have it here. We've taken a holistic approach to our player nutrition, and we're really thankful that Dairy West has made sure that our fueling station is the best in college esports and really at industry standard for any college athletic department.
Attention please, about to start the show, better take your seats. It's time to let the curtain rise, we're gonna shake the room, we're gonna
Now earn up to 4 times the rewards with the ICCU Premier Rewards Visa credit card. It's the credit card from the credit union you love.
Scott Matlock, underrated recruit, has built himself into one of the best defensive players in the Mountain West.
What would you do if you couldn't fail? Would you see every setback as a catalyst to keep going? This is the innovator's mindset, because innovation demands daring. Is finding thousands of ways that don't work, and the one that changes everything. It's when your unrelenting spirit sees the world's needs and says, I will create something better. So, what will you do? Will you let your genius run wild? Give yourself the space to be great? Set your sights on something even bigger, because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of the blue.
This is our new home.
Patrol, engine lock.
I'll call you after.
I'll be right next to you.
My friends know me as Derek, but I'm also Master Sergeant Raxter. This is my life in the Air National Guard.
Since you guys have been in here, some things have changed. We've updated this place to be in its final form. New cabinets, new counters, all sorts of new stuff in here. This has turned into a place that wouldn't look out of place at an SEC or Big Ten football facility, and Dairy West has allowed us to have it here. We've taken a holistic approach to our player nutrition, and we're really thankful that Dairy West has made sure that our fueling station is the best in college esports and really at industry standard for any college athletic department.
Ladies and gentlemen, attention please. About to start the show. Better take your seats. It's time to let the curtain rise. We're gonna shake the room. We're gonna
Now earn up to 4 times the rewards with the ICCU Premier Rewards Visa credit card. It's the credit card from the credit union you love.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Winter Major presented by Idaho Central Credit Union. We're getting ready for game number 2, game number 1 between BK and Bora, resulting in a BK win 2-0. Now we're setting the stage for Capital versus Middleton. I'm your cast of the day, Eric Desrex Patron, joined once again by Bryce Jensen. And how you feeling about this next one? We got some interesting storylines coming in.
Hey, I mean, if it's anything like the last one, it should be one absolute barn burner. I mean, we got Capital coming in, who's just coming off losing one of their main team captains, and I believe it was Pop, right?
Pop, yeah.
And they got to fill that void of the team captain slot. They got to rebuild and hopefully rebuild a little bit stronger with another player now. Now we're also going to get to see one of our favorite casters.
Oh, yeah.
His team as well.
Oh, yeah.
In Middleton. We thought it was Middleton the last time. Or I thought it was, and I said it was Middleton. No, it was Bora. I apologize, but we're going to see these two. We're going to see these two teams. Notably, Middleton is the runner-up from last year's series. So we got two high potential teams going into this round.
I see that beard on stage. Yeah. We got Coach Danner Hill over for Middleton. You might know him from Boise State Esports broadcast. Always great to see him on Rocket League. And it's going to be even greater to see him coaching one of these teams here for Middleton. I want to double back to one of the conversations. When you're trying to fill a void of someone leaving, right? That means it kind of does shake up your identity a little bit. you got to try out new players, see who ends up like kind of slotting in, and of course take some time to actually synergize and see where you all stand together as a team.
Yeah, and then also trying to find that team captain slot as well, since sometimes it is the new person coming in that can take over as captain, but a lot of the time it's a new person. And really that dichotomy of a team is incredibly hard to really fill in, but you know what can help fill that void?
Let me take a second to think. I think Doc's keys to the game. Yeah, that's probably it.
Yes, it was. Yes, it is. And in Rocket League, double commits are the power of friendship. Skins equal wins. That's why I exclusively run the Lightning McQueen skin. And create mistakes, obviously in quotation marks, because don't create mistakes for yourself, create them for the other team. And play to follow up. All of this brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, the sponsors of today's event, and our favorite sponsor, helping the Broncos pile up over 1,500 wins over our time sponsored with them.
Great mistake. There's still no demos in there, man. I'm getting frustrated. Where are the demos? We saw how effective they were in Game 1 between BK and Bora.
Look, it's really fun to blow stuff up, and it's kind of just ingrained into the human experience.
Also, I'm not letting you get away with that Lightning McQueen skin.
Yeah, Lightning McQueen is in the game.
That's incredible.
He is a skin in the game. You can play Lightning McQueen next to a Toyota Tacoma with Hatsune Miku car. It is the wildest thing. And it's only gonna get worse.
Oh, sometimes I just love esports.
Or if you're not or if you don't fancy fictional characters, you could run that same Toyota Tacoma with a Tesla Cybertruck and a Ford Raptor. Of course, I wouldn't want the Cybertruck because I feel like that hitbox would be way too jagged. It might pop the ball, but that's just me.
Or it might break down.
That's true. You could run the Fortnite Battle Bus. You can run the Fortnite Battle Bus.
Rocket Log.
Rocket Log.
So Capital versus Middleton, once again, this is going to be our second game of the day. It's going to be interesting to see how the teams kind of work through a lot of what they're looking to work through, right? Middleton, being the runner-up, does leave that kind of feeling of, it's a bittersweet feeling, right? Because it means you got towards the top, but you were just one away from actually taking that championship.
You're first loser. Depending on
Why you got to put it that way, man?
Oh, no, but I do get it.
Dan or Bryce said it on me.
Being number 2. I mean, it's a good thing. It's a really good thing that you get that far, especially in a league with almost 10 different teams from all across the state of Idaho. And and you know what? Second place, in my opinion, is really good if you're looking to grow as a player. You learn a lot from winning games. Or you learn a little from winning games. You learn what works. However, when you don't win, you end up taking a lot more out of it. Yeah. Where did we make mistakes? How can we improve? How can we improve ourselves, our gameplay, our teamwork enough so next time we go in, we win the whole thing? And then you graduate and you're good.
And of course, this is still a very solid tournament to have for Capital, who are looking to kind of build themselves back up. Again, this is like a preseason thing, so it's warming up, it's getting yourself all acclimated to what's ahead of you. But taking a moment right now, we do want to give a shout out to Boise State Extended Studies. Get your degree on a schedule that works for you. Boise State Extended Studies offers a variety of fully online courses and degrees to help you get your degree on your schedule. Visit boisestate.edu/extended studies for more details. I was going to love our sponsors, everyone who puts a lot of love into these broadcasts, because it really does mean a lot to see not just what we're used to collegiate esports, but also seeing into the high school level how much developed, how much it's grown. And you never know who's going to end up promoting into the next level that we might end up seeing in the Boise State arena.
Yeah, who knows? One of these guys on stage could be playing with us next year at the Boise State Esports Arena, or maybe even this year. You never know. Stuff could happen. I've seen weirder things. I've also seen stranger things. I did not like that season finale. Not as many Demogorgons as I would have thought. But
don't you spoil it for me.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
I haven't. No, I haven't.
Oh, well, you gotta get on that.
I don't know. Maybe I'll get when do we get the Stranger Things car?
Yeah, there's quite strange things that happen in there.
Is it going to be like a Demogorgon car if we get one for Rocket League?
I mean, there's a Demogorgon in Fortnite. You never know. Owned by the same parent company. Hey, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, the Mystery Machine is in Rocket League. Oh, it's not that funny, but it is kind of funny to see the freaking Mystery Machine. Oh, man. Okay.
Get the camera on Bryce. He's turning redder and redder as he talks about the Mystery Machine.
Yes, I am a tomato.
Thank you. But I do want to talk a little bit about the format of this, because Of course, all the teams going to face off, going to be some awesome stuff, but also it's a best of 3.
Yeah.
And what we do see is that does make it matter a lot faster. It means, just one win gets you to match point already. So you have less time to adapt.
Yeah, you have a lot less time to adapt, and more importantly, you have a lot less time to really warm up and make those mistakes. We saw that in Game 1, Bora versus Bishop Kelly. Bora came out of the gate. They were playing well, but they weren't playing as good as they could have, and that allowed Bishop Kelly to take a really early lead, that 0-4 lead. And it allowed Bishop Kelly to really get their shots off, really get their practice in. And then Game 2 rolls around, and Bora plays them really, really tight. It was 2-3. And if that was a 5-game series, I could see Bora taking Game 3, bringing us to at least a map 4, and then playing there. So, yeah, like you're talking about, it gives you a lot less time to make those mistakes, to really get that ball rolling, to get that avalanche started. And that is a lot more of a boon than a lot of people might think it is.
Yeah, it really does impact the way things do shape up because regardless of the game it is, I've always seen teams that are better in a best-of-5 format just because they do have that warm-up phase, or they do start to pick up on some of the traits, some of the habits that other teams have, and adapt to them slowly as the game goes on. Eventually it gets you to a point where you can contest and look much more better on the field through the experience and through the play that a best-of-5 provides. So you have to pick on that rather fast in a best-of-3, but we're finally headed to the field. Capital versus Middleton. Middleton, again, the runner-up from last year, looking to take on Capital, who are in a bit of a reformation period as they look to fill the void of Pop has moved on. And we'll see if they can take on these contenders that are Middleton.
Middleton versus Capital. Vikings versus Eagles. Who will win, the Scandinavians or the Avians? I will
really.
I didn't want to say birds. I wanted to make it. I wanted to do
like
something
the rhyme,
similar. I was
Avian.
thinking, and it was like maybe.
My favorite Scandinavians come from Idaho.
Yeah, every Scandinavian I know comes from Idaho. Actually, no, that's not true. I do have a lot of family in like southern Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, so.
It draws in. It draws in all the natives from Europe.
Oh, man. Yeah, we will see how these teams go in this next showdown. Vikings versus the Eagles. Ultimately, if this was just a Viking versus a literal Eagle, I'm kind of on the side of the Viking there. But here we go, right off the demo. Middleton going to find it. And Zebra now looking for the passing shot already. It is disgusting from Suki.
What a shot out of Suki, taken up by Zebra. Not the Overwatch Pro, but the Rocket League one. As Suki just throws it in. Not a care in the world. Bounces it off the bottom, off the defender, and we are good to go. Middleton taking an early lead, 8 seconds in.
Yeah, you got to pay your respects to the runners-up because they start fast and they hit hard. Now, looking forward is Capital. Soon going to take it over. Passes it to Mary. Zebra getting bumped out of the way, but the ball's on net, just slightly off target, actually.
Yeah,
but away. Now Suki looking for another.
Yeah, but Suki is still up there, able to really contend with the ball. Zebra going up to touch, but Marky Moo Moo Bear is going to take it away.
You had to say the whole name.
Hey, you got to say it all once, as Zebra just flips it right over a defender. Might is in a position to take it away, but he misses the ball, doesn't quite get control of it. Marky is going to grab it with a shot from Suki, but it's off the crossbar. Samurai looking to make a shot at it, manages to flip it backwards, still playing in the goal. However, Samurai not able to find it quite yet, as Zebra is going to be the one to take this ball away.
Samurai or Samari? Because I don't see that A.
I don't know. I mean, there's a 4.
Well, you guys got to have tricky names.
Yes.
It's hard for me. I'm too old for this. Anyway, in the corner it goes. Marky Moo Moo Bear. Just going to pause on that name again one more time because good is immaculate. Now taken for the aerial. Samari takes up top, is able to aerial dribble it off the crossbar. Pass back to Zebra for the goal.
He just another worm burner. Man, you gotta take all the turf right out in front of these goals because they are just tearing it up right along the bottom. Chu not quite able to get there in time as Middleton just gonna put a second one in.
2-0 on this start. Go for the kickoff. It's already on target. That is terrifying to see headed your way. But now Samari once again stolen away by Marky Moo Moo Bear. Zebra on the opposite end will grab it out of the corner. Go center field. Zebra taking it up high. Has the aerial juggle. Gets blocked away. Mike gonna find the demo against Suki. Down a member for just a brief second. Marky Moo Moo Bear looking for the aerial. Samari is able to block it away, but here is Suki once again on save.
Yeah, right off the spawn. That's exactly what you want to see. Might rocking the Gen G is going to take it away. Marky going to put it right up to the goal, but not quite able to get there. Chewy just a little bit behind the curve. Marky looking to go up for it, but Chewy is going to save it in the end. Suki going to take it up to the goal, but Might playing right where he needs to be. Zebra taking the ball up, going to put it right into the goal. Off the top bar, Suki looking to put it in, but Marky is going to put it there. Just like in Moo Moo Meadows, the cows are always in the way.
Never change, Bryce. Zebra now sending it up on the top. Mary looking for an aerial. It's almost in! Gets saved just barely. Marky Moo Moo Bear going to find the demo on Suzuki. Now Zebra up top. Goes for the aerial dribble. Gets the flip reset. Gets blocked away. Center field it will go. Suki on the opposite end looking to grab it. Goes over the top of him. Might in the corner fighting out with some Mary. Marky Moo Moo Bear will be able to win the contest. Sends it over the top of Middleton's net, but Zebra again on the aerial dribble. Doesn't find the flip reset. It goes to the ground a little bit early. Into the corner it goes. Suzuki can't get it squared up.
Man, you got to hand it to Suki. He has just been an offensive powerhouse this entire game. Onslaught of pressure over and over again. And right now, Zebra is going to try and take on that mantle. It's going to get knocked away by 2, but Samurai is going to fight for it. Might is going to take it into the corner, but Chewy going to take it in the end. Zebra is going to be the one who ends with the ball, but Suki looking for it. Might is going to push it away. Still no goal scored for Capital as we hit the 1:30 mark. Might isn't going to take control of the ball for long. It's actually going to Suki. Bounced off. Moo Moo is going to take it. And Suki going to put another in.
Get a look at this replay. A thing of beauty. Suki just tips it over the top. Momentum too far forward even with the attempted block. And this is clinical from Middleton. 3-0 with just over a minute left on the clock.
I'm seeing a little bit of deja vu from the first game. I mean, we got another team going fairly high score first round. Capital really needs to find one in here, and Mike's going to get it. That's just what Capital needed to really put something on the board. They're not opening a donut shop anytime soon. They're serving French fries all day, but they're looking to put another point on the board before this match is over.
Great shot coming in from Capital. They're able to find some level of retaliation. 2-point deficit, though. It's still going to be a lot to overcome with a minute on the clock, but they've shown they can score, so they've shown they can fight back.
Yeah, Chu looking to go for the ball, but Might is going to be the one to pinch it off the top. Zebra going to challenge Chu, and it's going to go the way of the Vikings. Eagles looking to take this ball back, but they can't seem to find it as Mark doesn't have enough boost to really get to that ball in time. In fact, lots of people are almost out of boost as Zebra is going to be about the only one who can get to the ball, and a demo onto Moo Moo is going to take him out of the equation. Might with a shot from the side. Is it going to bounce off the wall? Yes, it will, but not into the goal like he thought, but a good save from Zebra is going to make that possible. Zebra looking to grab this one once again, fighting Might for the ball, and that ball is going to go to Marky. Suki going to try and take it away. The 50 is going to go the way of Capital. Suki going to take it away once again, and Zebra will be the one to end with the ball.
A crazy turn of events right there. Almost goes the way of Capital, but here we go now looking to deliver forward. Zebra will find the block. Has it midfield. 3 seconds left on the clock. This game belongs to Middleton, but still looking for one more to keep the flow going. Might able to dribble it up, sends it in the air, tries to go for the center, square it up for the shot. Demo comes in. CHS will take down Suki. Zebra takes it to the skies, looks to spike it down, bounces off the wall. CHS will knock it into the corner once more, but finally it hits the floor. Middleton 3-1 for game one.
Taking the first round, sometimes that's just what you need, especially in a best of 2. The momentum's going in your direction, and they are looking to close this one out. And overall, this is kind of what we expected out of the runner-ups. What a game one, just showing absolute dominance. However, you got to hand it to Capital. Able to take one goal off of the defending or the runner-ups is a great way to start this one out. Now they just got to start that momentum as we go into game 2. Yeah. Match point for Middleton, but definitely not the last chance for Capital.
Yeah, we're hoping to see something similar to what we saw from Bora in the first game of the day, which is starting off strong, looking to try and make a comeback. They just got to be able to complete it. Capital not out of this just yet, and we'll see what they can pull off for this one. I mean, we did see some pretty nice angles, some pretty solid demos. We saw the cow on Zebra violence coming out from the demos we got between Marky Moo Bear and Zebra. And we'll see if they can try and push for a little bit more of those demos, a little more of those bumps, to try and get key players like Suki away from the goal. And shots sent it up.
Keeping Suki as far away from the goal should be Capital's #1 priority. I'm not sure if that means one person sticks to demoing him all game or what that entails, but as long as Suki isn't next to the goal, I think Capital are golden Eagles. Might going to take this ball right from the get-go. Zebra going to be the one who grabs it in the end, pushing it right towards the goal line. He's got the fan and everything, but even with that big hitbox, he still isn't quite able to get to it before Marky Moo Bear. The double demo! Samurai going to find it, but Chu comes back in time. What a... Man, call that guy a railgun, because he just got a collateral.
Suki has blood in his eyes, man. Back-to-back demos, and now it's in the territory he wanted. Zebra's going to look for the shot. It's actually Samari who goes over, doesn't get it on net, sends it towards the corner. CHS knocks it over, though. It finds Middleton's territory. Mike goes for the contest, gets it centered. CHS has a chance, gets it off the crossbar, but it's not centered up. Not going to find the shot.
Not going to find it, not quite at the angle to benefit from your own goal, but a bump out of his teammate. Zebra isn't quite going to be able to follow up with that ball. Moo Moo looking to make a little bit of a defensive play, is going to take control of the ball right to Suki, and he's going to flip it over to the defender. Can Mike get to it in time before Samurai does? He does! Marky's able to get to it, but Zebra's right back. Samurai unable to go off the crossbar, but Suki with another shot on goal off the sidebar. Zebra once again going for it, off the top, trying to bounce it in, isn't quite going to find it. Mike trying to get it to it, but doesn't find it. However, Chu will. A demo onto Mike from Zebra. Can they keep it pushing? No, Suki's going to have to double back.
In the corner now, Suki with the aerial dribble, sends it over, sends it far as well, but Mike gets it center field. Samari still sees the potential as the back pass to Zebra. Suki both waiting in the back pocket. Suki's going to play defense for this one. Marky Moo Moo, that's a tough defender. You got to break through. Suki will go up. It's a bit of a double commit, though, so maybe an opportunity. As CHS doesn't get the shot. Quicker to the punch will be Zebra. Now Zebra passes it to Samari. Samari a little bit too low, but Suki is on target.
Talk about a fake out. Man, watch this. Zebra bounces it off. Samurai. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but I believe it was. And then Suki just puts it right in. Just puts it in for a clean birdie.
Nice little love tap in, you know?
For a clean eagle, I should say. Oh wait, Suki's going for another one. He is not. He is still hungry. Oh, he's not going to find it, though.
Oh!
Unfortunately, Moo Moo, he saw he was hungry and said, you know what, you're kicked from the all-you-can-eat buffet. And Moo Moo is going to take it for himself.
I want to see this one again. This was just a clean shot.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Yeah, this caught everyone off guard. No one on the side of Middleton was able to adjust in time because it came from center field off of what was a rotation back over to Middleton's net. So a great shot from Marky Moo Bear, able to find it on target. This will even up the game. It's now Zebra into the corner. We get some boost to work with. Low boost right now for Capital. They need to refuel up to try and surmount themselves defense. Mike's going to be able to get some as Samiri looks to fight for it. Suki on the top. Mike will not let it go back, and now setting up for the shot. It is centered, but Zebra's quick to find that defense. Marky Moo Moo needs to get past Suki. Suki says no, not today. Knocks it over back to Capital territory. Demo found by Mike. Ball so close to getting in. Suki's looking to center it up, sends it into the corner, looking for the pass, but CHS is there.
Man, Suki was able to get it up there, but Mike with not only a demo, but a save on there as well. That could have been dangerous if he wasn't there for the demo, but Samurai trying to go for it isn't quite going to find it. Suki with the shot is going to bounce out the defender, and Suki with his fourth goal in the series.
Yeah, Suki is a name I'm going to remember after today. What an absolute beast with a lot of these shots, man. Sinking them in one after the other, looking like Stephen Curry here on the Rocket League field. It is beautiful, and it gives Middleton a lead.
Ooh, a little bit of a pinch to start this game off in the midfield. Suki, once again, going for the ball, manages to grab it, but Might is going to be the one to take it away this time. Saved out by Suki, passed right over to Samuri. Zebra going to take it up to the midfield, chased by Chu, but Might's going to be the one to push it out. And a demo! Is it going to result in anything?
Marky.
CHS a little high, Mark a little high, and that one's just going into the corner. Suki needs to take this ball back onto the Capital side of the field, but Capital really trying to keep themselves in this game. Zebra with the shot back over. CWS looking to keep it in the middle. Zebra isn't going to go for this ball, instead giving it to Suki, which might just be what he needs, and Samurai's going to take it, and Suki with the hat trick! The first hat trick of the night!
Look at this. This is a thing of beauty right now. Samiri waterfalls it to Suki. Gets it on the left side. Double commit right side. You chose the wrong angle, and Suki will just keep sinking them.
Middleton leading 3-1 with only a minute left on the clock. Almost a 4-1 lead. But CWS was right where he needed to be in order to save it. Samuri looking for a way to go through. Zebra is going to challenge. The 50's going to go his way. Goal is completely open for Zebra. It's going to go a little wide, but now Suki has a good shot. Can he make it? No, Mike's going to tip it, but it tips right into the goal. Middleton go up 4-1.
Suki is a monster, and no one can slay him. Shot after shot after shot after shot. It is destructive in this game, and it's Middleton taking a strong lead, 3 points ahead, thanks to Suki.
It is not insurmountable for Capital, but it is fairly safe to say that Middleton will take this game. The matter is by how many points, especially with Suki just walking up and throwing another one in.
Yeah, I made the Stephen Curry reference. This is a Michael Jordan reference now, because look at this dunk, man, coming in from Suki. This performance coming in from Suki. This is immaculate stuff, to say the least.
He took that one goal Capital scored very personally. Can he get a double hat trick? That is the question.
I'm glad I'm wearing my dunks today, man, because, good God, it feels like a tribute to Suki at this point. Gets it over the top, passes to Samiri. Now Marky Moo Bear on the aerial. Samiri, who will be right there to catch it. Suki playing the defense. You're able to get through Suki. Now can Marky find a goal on net? Sends it to the corner instead. Trying to outplay this defense. Suki's there first, but a shot will be found by CHS.
They're going to put another one in. They're not going out that easy on this. Not quite able to get there in time to save it, as CHS is going to put one in for the road. They got that. They got 4 in 4 seconds.
Any goal right now, you know, is going to be a moral victory, and you still need them. Hey, you know, you still got more games to play. Again, it's a preseason warm-up, but look at that flip reset coming out from Suki. Doesn't result in a goal, but the man of the hour, Suki, was phenomenal.
Greatly deserving that MVP title he got for that game. I mean, just running circles around the defense that time around, and of course you gotta shout out his teammates as well.
Wait, I gotta figure this out right now. Danner, which one's Suki, man? Which one's Suki? You're sick with it, bro. You're sick with it. That was some good stuff. That was Rocket League right there.
Oh man, but you really gotta hand it to the whole team though, because as much as Suki was able to just put it in the goal, his teammates were really just able to get it there for him. And really, that is what you need. You need a playmaker, and you need two guys who know exactly what they're doing the entire time around. And I feel like we saw that out of Middleton the entire time. Yeah. Now, I do got to give credit where credit is due to Capital. They had a lot of really good plays. They tried to get stuff there. Just unfortunately, it came at the cost of double, triple commits that ended up leading to Suki being able to just throw it in the goal, or just really Middleton as a whole being able to do pretty much whatever they wanted. I will say, with this game, Capital has a lot of stuff they can now reflect on, and I feel like if they take some of the lessons they learned, maybe not triple commit as much, they will have a lot better time going through, and they are a serious threat that we need to be watching this season.
I mean, I echo that sentiment completely from a lot of the stuff that we saw there, but Before we talk a little bit too much more about that, we got to thank one of our sponsors, and that is ICCU. They've given us their continued support for Boise State Esports. Thanks to ICCU, Boise State Esports has won multiple national championships and piled up more than 1,500 wins, baby. ICCU, looking after your daily balance. Visit ICCU.com. But yeah, echoing that sentiment, like a lot of what we saw, it wasn't the end of the world for Capital, right? Again, this is a team that's reforming. They're trying to figure out where they stand and how they can find their power points. For a lot of it, it just came down to, hey, we're doing too much committal on certain defensive plays where we only need one player there. We need to spread out a little bit more, not get those double commits for like what we saw Suki breaking left on one of the goals where you had two defenders on the right side. It shows you that there is potential there over the fact they got goals. Marky Mumu Bear, long shot goal, looked really good in that game number 2, but you have to give credit over to Middleton and the communication that they have. A lot of these team plays, a lot of these passing plays, the waterfall where Samiri just knocked it down for Suki to dunk it. This is a team that is stable, that is coordinated, and that is looking for another run in the season.
100%, and they're going to start that run here tonight. We've seen 2 teams play so far. Bora, Middleton, Bishop Kelly, Capital. 4 teams. 4 guys or 4.
We could do math.
Yes, 4 teams all playing. Middleton and BK currently sitting at 1-1. BK is going to play Capital next, so make sure you stick around to see that one. But maybe this is the time for Capital to really prove themselves, because we saw BK play an incredibly close second game against Bora, and overall they played that first game fairly close against, or they played that second game fairly close against Middleton, all things considered, especially towards the end. I wonder what they can do against the Knights.
I mean, that's going to be a fun one. We got our winners from Game 1 and Game 2 facing off. We're going to throw it over a short break, and we get back. It will be Bishop Cali versus Capital.
Scott Matlock, underrated recruit, has built himself into one of the best defensive players in the Mountain West.
What would you do if you couldn't fail? Would you see every setback as a catalyst to keep going? This is the innovator's mindset, because innovation demands daring. It's finding thousands of ways that don't work, and the one that changes everything. It's when your unrelenting spirit sees the world's needs and says, I will create something better. So, what will you do? Will you let your genius run wild? Give yourself the space to be great? Set your sights on something even bigger, because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of the blue.
My friends know me as Derek, but I'm also Master Sergeant Raxter. This is my life in the Air National Guard.
attention, please. About to start the show, better take your seats. It's time to let the curtain rise. We're gonna shake the room. We're gonna
Now earn up to 4 times the rewards with the ICCU Premier Rewards Visa credit card. It's the credit card from the credit union you love.
This is our new home.
Mission control, engine lock.
I'll call you after.
I'll be right next to you.
Since you guys have been in here, some things have changed. We've updated this place to be in its final form. New cabinets, new counters, all sorts of new stuff in here. This has turned into a place that wouldn't look out of place at an SEC or Big Ten football facility, and Dairy West has allowed us to have it here. We've taken a holistic approach to our player nutrition, and we're really thankful that Dairy West has made sure that our fueling station is the best in college esports and really at industry standard for any college athletic department.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Winter Major presented by ICCU. What a day, Bryce. What a day that's already underway. Bishop Cali taking game number 1, game number 2 belong to Middleton, and we're already seeing some heroes left and right really start to show up. It's been a fun one, and it's going to continue with Bishop Cali versus Capital next.
Yeah, we've gotten to see all 4 teams that are participating play. We've gotten to see them all throughout the first 2 games, and now we're starting to see who the power players are. Bishop Kelly and Middleton both sitting at the top of the pack. However, Bora and Capital have the chance to really start to bring that power balance down. BK is going to be playing Capital here pretty quick, and I think that this one's going to be a lot closer than the scoreline might tell. BK was played incredibly close by Bora, and I think Bora and Capital are about the same. So now that everybody's all warmed up, can BK stand the heat?
I mean, it's a good thing to talk about warming up because that storyline that we were mentioning in game number 2 between Capital and Middleton was Capital kind of rebuilding their roster, right? They have one player that had left, and now you're trying to build a team leader, try and get all that synergy going on your side. Well, you've had one game against a team that got to the finals, the runner-up in Middleton, and now that you've had some time to kind of gel together and see what this team's about, you're facing the semifinalists, so hopefully they're in a place where they can actually start to show a little bit more of that growth as this tournament goes on and they face BK.
Yeah, really get that showcase of your skills. What have you learned that you can do with this team? What's your stress test? Where do you bend and where do you break? And really, this is the best environment to do it. You're on stage, you got a live audience in front of you. I mean, you got us yapping at you the whole time. There's a whole lot of stimulants outside. And overall, this is the best place to test your mettle and see what you need to improve upon in the upcoming weeks, because this is just a little bit of a showcase. This is what this is a little showcase of what at least 4 of the teams in the league can do, what they've got in their pockets.
Yeah, it's a good time to try and take this as seriously as possible. Of course, it's going to be, for fun. At the end of the day, it's still a preseason match showdown that we have going on today. But next week, regular season is going to start, so you have to be firing on all cylinders. It's great that these teams are participating in a way that can get them in a good place before that season. But here we go with the kickoff.
CHS going to 50 out on the kickoff. EQ Door is going to try to push this one up, but Aspect is going to be the one to get the demo in the end. Markey, unfortunately, going to be on the receiving end as EQ going to push it right back towards the goal line with a decent place to shoot, but the Moo Moo Bear himself will take it away.
Oh, I'm Misty Marky Moo Moo Bear. I know I saw you just a game ago, but still, it's an incredible name as
with a Moo Moo Bear, my beloved.
It's like, some of these names get creative and just out of nowhere. Looking for the aerial, but Ektor's up in the sky. Marky Moo Moo Bear once again. Try and take that away. Nice blocking out from Mike, but Dark is there. Over to the top, Mike will take it, finds it in the corner. CHS dribbles it up top. Dark looking for the contest, but Marky Moo Moo Bear on target. Here comes
The back shot from CHS to get Capital the first point of the series.
CHS just putting it in. We've been talking about dunks. This one is just a backhand right into the goal line. CHS really seems to be the play, or really seems to be the shooter out of Capital. Everybody else is just get the ball to it. CHS put the ball in the goal as Might is going to be the one to play a little bit of defense here. Aspect going to push it up towards the top. Dark is going to try for it. It's going to miss. Unfortunately, miss the read. Aspect going to be the one to go up for it a second time. As CHS is going to go for it. EQ door not going to quite find it, but they are going to get the 100 boost as Marky unfortunately misses the jump. Dark will also be demoed as well.
Yeah, good time for that demo because as the ball rotates back, you're stopping the offense from being as potent from the side of Bishop Kelly. Now going for a shot. Able to block it away is Aspect. Now Marky Moo Moo gets broken through. Aspect taking it over to the corner, looking to get past CHS. CHS is able to push it right on back. Here comes Mike, passes to Marky. Marky doesn't get the shot, blocked away, sent up to the sky and into the corner once more. Now Aspect challenging onto Marky. Still stuck into that corner though. Marky takes the first shot, has CHS in the back pocket, gets the defender, and Marky!
Point number 2 found.
It is always okay to glaze Marky Moo Moo Bear. Here. But what
That's
a shot out of him.
That's a sentence right there. Clip it, Jimmy.
They call me a poet for my way with words. Might going to be the one to take the kickoff this time around, and for his trouble, going to get demoed right out. EQ going to get the save from CHS, not going to get one in this time. Might, fresh off the respawn, going to play a little bit of defense, taking it up top over the goal, going to do a little bit of a flip reset as EQ is just going to tip it up towards the ceiling. No, ball doesn't really go anywhere laterally, but vertically it is just going from top to bottom.
Might into the corner. Capital 2-point lead. They want to extend that. This offense has been great so far. CHS will not find the shot he was looking for. Doesn't get it on angle, so Ekdor has a chance. Center field. Might comes in, goes for the shot, but Dark on the receiving end. And does find the demo against CHS, so going to be a little bit tough for Capital to continue. So now Aspect feels the momentum start to shift, gets it over to Capital's side of the map.
EQ looking to take the ball out of the corner, going to put it towards the ground, looking for one of his teammates, but Marky is going to be the one to grab it in the end. Followed up by CHS, trying to find a shot with the ball. Isn't quite going to get there as Dark is going to be the one with the shot. Might going for the block, but it's going to tip down. EQ with the third shot. Is he going to find it? Might showing off his strength of defense as we are still on Capital's side of the field with less than 2 minutes to go.
What a mighty, mighty defense Might is putting up. Back to back on the saves, and now attempted shot. CHS finds another point for Capital.
It's like I was talking about. These guys are warmed up now, and they were putting up a pretty good game in the back half of the last one against Middleton. They are really running Bishop Kelly for their pockets. BK needs to find a way onto offense to get this ball rolling. EQ going off the sidewall, but Might with his goal. I think this is the first game every member of a team has scored.
Bryce, Capital have woken up. Goodness gracious, 4-0 against semifinalists. This is looking fantastic.
Hey, I mean, we had a few of the Red Bull guys in here earlier. Maybe they stopped by the Capital guys before leaving. But holy wowzers, this is turning into a Capital game. This is a game of Capital punishment to Bishop Kelly. But they're not out yet, though. EQ trying to take it away. Aspect going up for the ball, isn't quite going to find it. Gets it over. Moo Moo Bear. The goal is open. EQ with the shot. There he goes. Bishop Kelly is on the point. Is on the board.
Yeah, huge miscommunication right there. They weren't expecting the ball to get cleared off on the opposite side, which means they didn't have the time to rotate over. Bishop Kelly will be able to capitalize on Capital's mistake.
I'm going to let that one sit for a second.
Thank you.
CHS looking to take this one from Might after the pass over. Might is actually going to get Demo for his trouble, and CHS with his first hat trick of the night. What a shot it was, too. Just put it right in the pocket. Use Dark as a little bit of a backboard. What can I say?
That angle was beautiful. Absolutely immaculate. CHS looking like a beast in this game. And Bishop Kelly really taking a beating so far in game number 1. And no. Okay. Thought we were about to have an open net situation coming in. CHS now looking for the aerial dribble.
This is the no moment. As Marky shoots. Unfortunately for him, it's a little too wide. Luckily for Bishop Kelly, with 30 seconds left, they need to make every second count. Aspect off the side, punching it right off of CHS. Dark going to be the one to grab it again, but he bumps off of Aspect. EQ going to shoot. Going to be blocked by Mike. Or Might, not Mike. There's a GH in there.
15 seconds left on the clock. 4-point deficit. Puts Capital firmly in the lead. This game belongs to them. Now Aspect looking to try and shrink that lead a little bit for moral value. Hector passes it over, but it's on the ground. And it's Capital making a statement in game 1.
Hey, I mean, we are in the capital of Idaho.
You had to one-up mine, didn't you?
I have to try.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, we were talking about this earlier. My quantity of puns is very high, but my quality is very minimal. Yours is kind of the opposite, so I got to get them in there where I can.
That's fair enough. I'll let you have that one. Though.
Unless you're AJ, then he just pulls up with bangers sometimes. I love you, AJ.
Oh, cool. He is on stage there. Well, today's stream is brought to you in part by local dairy farmers and the dairy protein they produce. Thanks to them, Boise State Esports has access to next-level fueling options that keep our players performing at their peak. Unbottled dairy protein that powers your performance. Visit unbottled.com for more info. We have to talk. Capital, my word. This team, going against semifinalists, we were wondering, when are they going to start to bring out their best? They had a rough game against Middleton, who kind of just ran both game 1 and game number 2, but now going against Bishop Kelly, it seems they found their stride.
Yeah, they started off this marathon a little winded, you know. They stayed up a little bit too late last night watching K-dramas, but they started getting to the race. They're starting to get off the weariness, and now they're ready to rock and roll. That adrenaline is pumping, and they are really showing it. Markey going for the tip-off. It's going to go his way. However, unfortunately for them, Dart going to grab it. EQ looking for it, but Aspect is going to be the one to challenge the ball this time around. Right over to CHS, and that ball is headed right towards the goal once more.
We're now on the back end. Hector sends it up over to Aspect. In the corner it goes. Looking for someone to try and take a pass that's already blocked away. Here comes the first attempt coming out of Hector. A little bit of miscommunication. Doesn't get the ball where he wanted it. Needed to let Aspect try and take that shot right there. Here comes Dark. The pass below, but will overshoot the shot. And now this gives an opportunity to Capital.
Ooh, CHS and Hector going to 50-50 on that ball. It isn't going anywhere. In fact, they're actually going to pass it right back to the corner as Aspect flipping it towards the ball. Goal, but CHS with the save. No one has any boost out of Capital, but they are still putting up a stonewall defense. Demo onto Might as soon as he got that 100 boost as well. Markey going to take the shot, but CWS right in the way is going to save it. Aspect not quite going to find it. Lots of shots on goal. None of them have quite found their mark as Dark tries to put up another one. Finally, Capital is on the offense, and Bishop Kelly needs to change that as soon as possible.
Yeah, but man, they built up a wall, and it was unbreakable for that offense of Bishop to get through. Now still looking for a way in. Hector, CHS, steals the ball, but Aspect is there. Needs to get past Mumu. Be able to find that. Now it's centered up. Dark wants Bishop to get on the board early, but this is a very tough game for them because so active Capital has been. Hector has an opportunity right here. Two defenders, they're both in that corner. If he can get a passing play, something could be opened up. Dark's looking for it, but not on net. Instead, it goes over to Marky Mumu Bear.
Aspect going to take it away this time around. Game is a lot more even this time. Starting off the same way the last one did with Capital and Middleton. However, that could all change in an instant as Bishop Kelly starting to lose a little bit of their grip on this ball. EQ pushing it back towards their own goal line. However, going to push back Aspect, going to try and take it up, but Might is going to knock it away. Dark going up for the ball with a shot on goal, stopped by Mumu. Aspect with another shot, and Might is going to push it out. Followed up by both Dark and CHS. No one's really going to find an advantage on this ball, but we are at the halfway mark, and no one has shown signs of scoring.
2 minutes, 20 seconds now left on the clock. Marky Mumu Bear is going for the aerial. Tries to get the double tap, but Dark is there to run some interference. Now CHS on the back end, blocked away, not going to find the high angle. Aspect sees an opportunity, but it gets sent right back immediately. Dark going for the shot. CHS gets it into the corner. Ekdor into the opposite corner. The rotation now coming out from Capital to match. Will find a opportunity to get a clear here. Marky Mumu Bear going for the aerial! Part cow, part bear, oh man! Marky Mumu Bear will get the goal.
What a three-pointer from the midline. That's how you do it. Capital finds themselves up one with less than 2 minutes to go. Bishop Kelly still in a good spot to bring this one back, but they need to find a goal here and quick. Might managing to get that 100 boost, trying to go in with CHS with the save is going to keep it out. Bishop Kelly is not going to put it in that easy. And Aspect and Dark both going for the ball. EQ having to rush back to the goal to save it. Is going to get it over Mumu Bear, but CHS will be the one to grab it once again. Aspect, Dark, both of them going up for the ball as Might is going to be the one to grab it once again. CHS going with it this time. It's open! It's more open than a revolving door! Might just puts it right in.
Yeah, look at this.
Open like
Out-rotating the defense of Bishop Kelly, and it's Might being able to get that final touch. 2-point lead now for Capital. The Eagles are soaring.
They're flying at their residence. The head is soaring as Marky Mumu Bear is also soaring up to the ball. Might going to take it, going to play defense once again. CHS going to block it out. But Might and CHS have kind of just been flip-flopping back and forth on who plays defense this game, and it has gone incredible for them. Mark trying to get the ball away from the goal, but it's going to pop right in front. This could be the time, but Dark a little bit too late to get that ball. 45 seconds left and counting down. Marky becomes a tragic victim as Aspect trying to take the ball up, managing to get up with Ekudor. However, Might is going to try and take it away. Dark with the pass in front, but no one's there. No one has any boost to get there. 30 seconds left on the clock, and Might is showing off.
It's still doable for Bishop Kelly, but they got to act fast, man. Faster than this defense Capital is putting up. They keep trying to reactively do plays, but they're not proactively trying to read this defense of Capital, and it's costing them goals. Now Might pushing it towards center field, 8 seconds left on the clock. Bishop Kelly's chances dwindling by the second. Capital are looking for a 2-0. Just need to spike it onto the ground, holding it up. It's not held long enough as Capital 2-0 on the series against Bishop Kelly.
And if you are Capital, that is exactly what you want to see, coming off a rough loss in the last one and immediately coming back out for a win. What did I tell you after the game against Middleton? Capital was a team to keep your eyes on, and they just came out and proved it as soon as I said it.
And that was one of the rough things looking at Bishop Kelly as things went on, right? They weren't really reading the play, they were reacting to the play. They see ball moving, they see the defenders there, but all they paid attention to was the trajectory of the ball itself. You have to anticipate where the defenders are going to knock that ball. That made Bishop Kelly late to a lot of the shots that they could have had.
Ball is love, ball is life, but ball isn't always information.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other, in fact, there's 3 other parts of information. And that's all the players. I can't name them all at the same time because there's like 12 players here. Yes, 3 times 4 is in fact 12. But yeah, I do agree with you 100%. A lot of the time we'd see these players double, triple commit.
Yeah.
And it would end off in open goals. 2 open goals during that last game, and that's what allowed Capital to really come in and score those points super easy. And in fact, in the first game, it happened as well a few times. Of course, there was a lot more team play in the first game that we saw out of Capital. They had a lot more ball knowledge. Where's the ball? Where are my teammates? How am I going to get there? But we also saw that in the last game, Bishop Kelly had a lot of times where one player would have the ball right in front of the goal. I want to talk about EQ for a second, putting it right in front of the goal so many times, but not having enough teammates on rotation to really punch that thing in.
And not only just that, but CHS, bro. What an immaculate defense. Oftentimes, you see the shot. It's very much there lined up. And then booming in, maximum boost, pushing the gas pedal all the way down to the floor. CHS just arrives. You can see the superhero cape just flowing in the wind as he gets these miracle blocks.
That one sequence where it was just him in the goal line with might just, no, get that out of here. No. And then he just went over and scored one because he's him.
He is, in fact, him.
He is him.
I think that's a proper word to end off on, with Capital taking this third game, recovering
halfway
from
through
the loss that they had previous to that, and in a statement game, to say the least. We are going to take a moment to throw it over a short break because we got Bora, we got Middleton. They'll be facing off in the next round, so we'll be right back.
Scott Matlock, underrated recruit, has built himself into one of the best defensive players in the Mountain West.
What would you do if you couldn't fail? Would you see every setback as a catalyst to keep going? This is the innovator's mindset, because innovation demands daring. It's finding thousands of ways that don't work, and the one that changes everything. It's when your unrelenting spirit sees the world's needs and says, I will create something better. So, what will you do? Will you let your genius run wild? Give yourself the space to be great? Set your sights on something even bigger, because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of the blue.
Ladies and gentlemen, attention please. About to start the show. Better take your seats. It's time to let the curtain rise. We're gonna shake the room. We're gonna
Now earn up to 4 times the rewards with the ICCU Premier Rewards Visa credit card. It's the credit card from the credit union you love.
This is our new home.
Mission control, engine locked.
I'll call you after.
I'll be right next to you.
My friends know me as Derek, but I'm also Master Sergeant Raxter. This is my life in the Air National Guard.
Since you guys have been in here, some things have changed. We've updated this place to be in its final form. New cabinets, new counters, all sorts of new stuff in here. This has turned into a place that wouldn't look out of place at an SEC or Big Ten football facility, and Dairy West has allowed us to have it here. We've taken a holistic approach to our player nutrition, and we're really thankful that Dairy West has made sure that our fueling station is the best in college esports and really at industry standard for any college athletic department.
Scott.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Winter Major presented by Idaho Central Credit Union. We're getting ready for game number 4. It has been quite the chaos, this best of 3 with our first 3 games, especially seeing what Capital was able to do bouncing back. You have 2 teams that are already 1-1, both BK and Capital, but now this game number 4, Bora versus Middleton. Middleton kind of feeling like some of the top contenders so far for the regular season that's going to come up next week. So a big boss for Bora to have to try and overcome.
100%. Bora really looking to get their first win on the board, and it is against a very, very strong competitor that is Middleton. We saw a lot of good play out of Bora during their game against Bishop Kelly in round 1, especially that second game that they played incredibly close, 2-3, falling at the very last second, which very admirable. It was a very good game. However, is one good game enough to justify picking them over Middleton? Personally, I think the Vikings have a little bit of an edge in this one, but the Lions might just surprise us just like they did against Bishop Kelly.
Yeah. It took a little bit of time before Bora were able to get online versus Bishop Kelly. By then it was a bit too late, but you know, now that the tournament has gone on for a little bit, the day has proceeded, we've gotten some reps in with these games. I'm looking forward to seeing what Bora can do as they face off against Middleton.
I 100% agree, and against such a strong team as well, like Middleton. We saw it against Bishop Kelly. They played them really close, but then Bishop Kelly lost to Capital, who lost to Middleton. So it'll be interesting to see how that power dynamic sort of rounds out as we start off with a Bora kickoff.
Oh!
It didn't off to the side! Not quite able to find it. Eskif misses it by a little bit, but no, Zebra won't. Eskif might, but Zebra will not. He said, you know what? Have this in return, and then just banked it into the corner.
That right there is a heartbreaking start. Eskif was so close to finding a very early goal on, getting it flipped on its head like that. It's absolutely insane as Nate Bones has a chance for a shot. Zebra's very quick on the trigger there to return it. Now Raptor burns to the sky, finds into the corner, so he's on the receiving end of that. Samurai looking to chase it down. Eskif having a little bit of interference, but here comes Raptor. It gets passed over towards Zebra, who steals the ball away. Now Nate looking to contest Zebra, looking to contest Samurai. Can't get past either. Zebra seizes the opportunity. 2-0, and it hasn't even been a minute.
Holy cannoli, Zebra putting up numbers in this game. Leave it to the guy named after the Overwatch Doomfist guy to know how to counter an opponent.
What?
There's an Overwatch player named Zebra who plays Doomfist all the time. Look, I'm an Overwatch guy. Yeah. I like Rocket League, but I bring a lot of Overwatch stuff into it because there's a lot of correlation when you really stop to think about it.
Leave it to the guy who is after.
Leave it to the guy.
black and white horse.
Zebra.
Yeah, zebra. There we go. Hat trick already. First
Wild.
minute of the game. First minute of the game.
First minute of the game already
got a
has a
hat
hat trick. Man. Are zebras black with white stripes or white with black stripes?
White with black stripes, I'm pretty sure.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
We're going to have to clean one to see.
I don't know. We'll ask the player once this game does.
Yeah, once this game's over, we got to get an interview with Zebra. What color are they? But nope, it does not. I'll tell you what color they aren't, and that's green, because they're not letting green score at all. Nate Bones trying to get it in, and he's not going to find it. Raptor with another shot towards the goal, looking to play off it, isn't going to find it. He's going to get faked out by Suki. Pass over to Zebra for number 4. This man cannot be stopped.
What is going on?
Look at his accolades. He has not done a single save. He has not done an assist. He has not done a demo. He doesn't dirty his hands with the grunt work. He says, no, I put it in the goal.
He has not stopped. The last game we saw for Middleton, it was the Suki highlight reel. I guess Coach Danner is saying every single one of my players is going to get one, and it's Zebra's turn. And this has been great play so far. Catches it over the top. We'll send it over to Samurai. Samurai bounces it off the crossbar. Here comes Suki.
Right
Slammed it down, but Zebra will clean it up.
Looking to get 2 hat tricks in a single game. Stop, he's already dead.
You see right there Coach Danner talking with his team. And I know he's damn proud of this squad. Good reason to be. God, you're talking about those accolades. It's insane that Zebra's filled them up that much. Hasn't even been 2 minutes yet. Looking for another shot. Boros trying their best to defend. It's Eskif who sends it over to the corner, but has to get challenged once again by Samurai. Gets past one. Suki is there. Suki pushes it away. Gets that trajectory broken, but now the chance, the opportunity. Does Eskif have it? No! Samurai with the save.
The triple commit paid off. They were able to bounce off of each other. Samurai with the pass over to Zebra. Hat trick number 2 in one game.
This is disgusting. You can't do him like that, Zebra. He's putting on a display of Rocket League that is going to make the entire Winter Major tremble before him.
Yeah, you can sort of see the shift, because it used to be Suki who was the one doing all that, but now it is all Zebra's game all the time, and he's just been able to play this game however he wants, pushing the ball right up to the goal line and not really being stopped. I mean, that time Raptor was able to get around him and get the ball past. However, Eskip is not going to be able to stop Samurai. Can't stop the Rocket. Suki going to go right over the defenders, bringing us to a good old-fashioned Brazil.
7-0.
7-0.
7-0 this quickly. Yeah, I can see why Middleton made it to the finals. This level of play, this display of talent, and this early in the game, we're only at the halfway point right now, and it's 7-0.
Yeah, a little bit of a clash at the kickoff. Suki is going to win it in the end. Zebra going to push it to the goal. Suki looking to shoot it. Raptor right where he needs to be to stop it. Eskif going for the ball. Nate Boss looking to make it happen, but it's going to get stopped by Samurai. Pushed up to the goal.
Again.
Guess who it is?
Again.
I'll
Are
give
we
you
going for
one
a third
guess.
hat trick?
I think we are going for a 3rd hat trick. I mean, we are at 9, I think, because
Pretty sure it's like
Suki
2 more
took the
goals
1
for him to get another hat trick.
Oh yeah, it would be 2 more goals. Yeah, because it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes.
We can count. We can count. We got this.
Yes. Well, you see it. You see the icons are really small, and my eyesight is very bad. So you know, it's a bad combination. But you know what isn't a bad combination? Eskif and the ball, but not enough to get past the defenders. Raptor with the shot. Suki going to save it. Nate Bones putting it in a good spot, just didn't quite have the follow-up. Nate pushing all the way back. Eskif going to be the one to grab it this time around. Playing it up in the air, doesn't have enough boost to really get that ball moving. Going to be saved out by Suki as Zebra is going right back and just plows through Nate Bones.
Yeah, Nate Bones left in grave right there. Only Bones main after Suki was done with that. Here's the block coming out from Eskif. Raptor up into the corner. Samurai going to guide this ball forward. 3 defenders are there. You got to be very careful. Here comes this commit. Double coming out, but it almost finds a shot on net. Just going slightly wide. Zebra with the pass over. Eskif sees an open net, but it's not on target. Zebra will back up. Eskif has a chance.
Oh!
And finally, Raptor will get Bora on the board.
They will keep it from a scoreless game, but at this point, you're 8-1. You need to score a lot of goals in a little time. It's a good stepping stone, but can they make it the rest of the way? You got a little bit over a minute to go, and you got to score 7 points. That's about a goal every 10-ish seconds. It's more like 8, but you get the point.
Yeah, against Middleton, I'm only going to wish you good luck for that one. This team, so good, man. So now Eskif flex it over as it sends towards the sidewall. Nate Bones passes it to Raptor. Samurai steals the ball away. Now up into the corner, takes it out. Past center field, looking for the first shot. Wants to get past one, finds it, but doesn't find the goal immediately after. Now it's Suki on the receiving end. 30 seconds left on the clock. Hope is all but gone now for Bora to find a comeback. So right now it's all about collecting yourselves for game number 2.
Yeah, Raptor still looking for another goal, looking to get it away from his goal line with 15 seconds on the board. It's fairly safe to say this one goes to Middleton, but Raptor's going to put another one in just for good measure.
Gotta like it, Raptor.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe he gets a hat trick. We still got a couple
Maybe
seconds
we
on
do.
the board.
We got a few more seconds. Come on, let Raptor get a hat trick. Come on, it would be funny.
Got 3 seconds till the kickoff, 10 seconds left on the clock itself. Raptor found, I think it was a kickoff goal in the first game of the day. Not going to find
Yeah,
it.
I think it was second game. Or yeah, it was the first game that they got it. That was their one goal. 1 second left, one touch to the ground, and there it goes.
8-2.
8-2, Middleton. Zebra with 2.5 hat tricks.
2.5 hat tricks. That's a good display of Rocket League.
That is a great display of Rocket League out of him, just showing complete dominance over the field. And it's kind of a role reversal because it was Suki first and now it's Zebra second.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get to see Samurai slice up the field in game number 3, or maybe this next game.
We had a conversation with Danner in between one of our games after they had just faced off against Capital, and he was talking about how proud he was of this team, their ability to perform together, their ability to connect, a lot of the passing plays that they make. It really does show a high level of Rocket League IQ. It makes perfect sense why this team made it to the finals, and even in this preseason warm-up, they are dominating the competition.
Yeah, they played incredibly well in their first game up against Capital, and now they're completely dominating in their game against Bora. But Bora got dominated in their first game as well against Bishop Kelly, and then they came back, played them 2-3. Still lost the game, but in a lot closer of fashion.
Yeah.
However, I don't see that happening in this this time around. But you know what? I'd be a fool not to have a little bit of hope.
You know, I kind of counted Capital out a little bit, and then they went and beat BK. So,
That is
you
true.
know, stranger things have happened. Don't you dare make a Stranger Things pun. I know you're thinking about it right now.
Maybe. Maybe.
Game number 2 now underway. Bora versus Middleton as the kickoff starts. Zebra already going for a shot. Does get intercepted by Raptor.
He is all gas all the time as Samurai is going to take it away. Eskif was looking for a goal there, isn't quite going to get it. Gets it taken away. Gets a little bit of a pickpocket here in Neo Tokyo for game 2. Samurai, though, is going to find himself demoed. Suki looking for the ball, managing to get it over most of the defenders, but not past Eskif. He's got a score to settle. He said, you know what? Raptor was able to score 2 last time. I'm going to score 2 this time. Speaking of Raptor, looking to put one in, but Zebra and Samurai going to be there.
Oh, no.
As Zebra looking to put one in, but Eskif going to put it away.
Eskif almost looking like a deer in headlights, but does respond to the play in time. Finds the save into the corner. Nate Bones gets the demo on Zebra. Maybe an opportunity here for Bora as the pass goes wide. Nate Bones can't get it in time, so the offense is found by Middleton. Pass back over to Zebra. Zebra gets it out of the corner, passes to Zuki, but Eskif intercepts the ball. Now Raptor has an opportunity to make a shot here. Needs to get someone to pass to. Samurai will not allow that. Zuki in the air will dribble that ball right over the goal, not allowing for Bora to get their point on the board. Eskif still going to try for it though, but into the corner once more. No one there to get that shot going.
Yeah, Raptors still trying to keep it over on Middleton's side of the field. However, the Vikings are ready for it, pushing Bora all the way back. Lions really struggling to keep an offense going. They can get one started, they just can't keep it on that side of the field. Eskip looking to make a play, pushing it towards the goal line, but Suki right there to protect it. Already on the offensive side, pushing it over to Samurai with the bump, going to be challenged by Raptor. Ball's not really going to go anywhere for either team. Nate Bones with the defend isn't quite going to go the way he wants it to, as Eskip is going to have to rotate back to defend.
Okay, you know what? I dig it from Bora so far. They are playing much better defense this time. This game hasn't exploded in the early stages. They might find an offensive shot here. Zebra's quick to put a stop to that. Now Suki needs to break it through. Passes it over, looking for Zebra on the opposite end as it goes into the corner. Raptor will look for a clear, but doesn't find it. Samurai gets blocked away. Eskip playing defense.
Yeah, what a save it was. Zebra with the shot back towards the goal, but Raptor, it goes over! Zebra just takes a step back from the free throw, off the side, off the Raptor,
Whoa!
into the goal.
It was such a high-angle shot. That was another one of those double commits coming in from the side of Bora. They misread the ball, and it cost them a goal. Brilliant shot coming in from Zebra. And now look at this. You're going for the long shot right now. Pass back to Suki. Raptor is not there in time, so Suki finds it with no resistance.
I mean, it's like we were talking about. They're just putting it in at this point. They're just taking it from the top right towards the bottom. High-angle shots.
I hope you saw the camera there.
I saw it for a brief second.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
Great
man.
stuff. Great stuff. Pushing the ball once again. Samurai going to be challenging Nate Bones for it, but luckily backed up by Zebra is going to be able to take it away, but the ball going towards the goal. Suki! Suki, the defender, is going to take it away.
Eskip wants an angle onto this, but this is not exactly a good position for him, and you can see he slips up immediately right after. Now Suki reading the ball's placement. Will be able to knock it up. Center field it goes. Samurai finds Demo. Samurai finds Demo number 2. Goes on a bit of a spree. Demolition Derby as he'll get everyone across the board. Demo after Demo after Demo. Zebra goes the shot. And it is a team effort. Defenders broken and a goal made.
Man, I didn't think it was possible to turn Rocket League into a team deathmatch style game, but they are just... Samurai is kind of living up to his name. It is cars on the chopping block for sure, with a kickoff from Raptor, almost going towards, just not quite the right angle. Looking to make a play off of it. Suki trying to take it over, but all 3 defenders are in one spot. It's going to be hard to get it out of this corner.
Another Demo? Samurai has stopped playing Rocket League. He is just looking for violence, man. As now
he's looking for
Samurai.
goals.
Okay, now he's back to playing Rocket League. Sends it over to Suki. It's all too easy.
It's all Suki all the time. Man. What has this game become?
Oh, man, you can see the smiles on the team right now. They are enjoying themselves. Coach Danner feeling as proud as he can be, being the dad of this team, coaching squad and showing off what they're made of. Over the top, here comes Zebra. Raptor going to go for the bump, but almost open. Nate Bones finds the block.
Yeah, 1 minute remaining. Samurai looking for another depth. I saw that, Samurai. I saw you go
Samurai, you're a menace.
hypersonic, but he missed. Luckily for Eskif, unluckily for Samurai, but the ball still has not left Bora's side of the field. Zebra challenging Raptor, keeping that ball on the midfield line. However, Eskif looking to make a play, blocked out by Suki, having to rotate back. Nate Bones playing a little bit of defense as Zebra takes the ball up off the backboard, met by Raptor. Samurai going to take it away this time. Not going for demos, but instead going for plays with the ball going right back towards their goal.
Right over the top. I don't know. I don't trust Samurai anymore.
I do.
Put the katana down. No more.
Bam.
Eskif into the corner.
Get the spray bottle.
And now 10 seconds still left on the clock. Trying to find one more goal. Zebra looking for the passing play on the top and gets it off the double tap instead. 5-0 against Bora.
3 hat tricks in 2 games.
That's insane.
I don't think I've scored a single hat trick ever.
I remember right after we had talked about Suki, Danner came up and said, "That's not even my best player, man." And it's like, okay, who is it then? I guess, Zebra's the next one up.
Yeah. Looks like Suki trying to play it off the sidewall, but with 0 seconds remaining and the ball on the ground, that is a Middleton win. Call him Whittleton at this point.
Yeah. So we saw Suki dominate one game. We see Zebra dominate in points the other. And then Samurai's just there for the violence of it. This is an incredible squad for Middleton. The Vikings, Samurai really living up to that moniker, to the name of the school, and this team now going undefeated so far.
Should be renamed Executioner after that game, too. Holy moly, it was... Oh, man. I don't even have a analogy for that one. In fact, I do, but I can't remember the name because I am just kind of... I'm taken aback.
Some Ragnarok stuff coming out from Samurai.
Very much, very much so.
I mean, this team, amazing to see. They've showed like pretty much every aspect you really can of Rocket League. Their team play is great. A lot of their individual mechanical play when it comes to setting up these aerial shots, flip resets, and so much more. It's beautiful to see how they control the field.
And overall, just out-rotating, too. I mean, you always had somebody in a spot where they should be, whether it be on defense or attack. I mean, only 2 goals went through that entire game. And you only get that with good rotation, knowing when to be on offense, when to be on defense, and when you're safe to really go for those hero plays.
Incredible stuff coming out of Middleton, but we do want to take a moment to give a shout out to the Idaho National Guard. What if you could pursue college or your dream career while serving your country and getting amazing benefits? The Idaho National Guard, just 1 week in a month, 8 months out of the year, you'll get tuition assistance, signing bonuses, healthcare, 0 down home loans, and high-tech job training, all while keeping your civilian life, job, and goals right here in Idaho. Whether you're studying, working, or building your future, the Guard enhances it all while giving you leadership skills and lifelong connections. Are you ready to have it all? The Idaho National Guard is your pathway to education, career success, and purpose. And speaking of success, I mean, Middleton, who in the world is going to stop them? We do have their biggest opponents, which is going to be the final match of the day in BK. But with BK's loss earlier, I'm really doubting that anyone can actually be able to interfere with their trajectory.
Yeah, but before that, we have Bora versus Capital that's coming up right after this one. Capital going right back into the ring. Bora coming off a relatively rough loss. Can they bring it back to take down Capital?
That's going to be a big question, and that question will be answered after a short break. Bora versus Capital will be coming up next.
My friends know me as Derek, but I'm also Master Sergeant Raxter. This is my life in the Air National Guard.
Scott Matlock, underrated recruit, has built himself into one of the best defensive players in the Mountain West.
What would you do if you couldn't fail? Would you see every setback as a catalyst to keep going? This is the innovator's mindset, because innovation demands daring. is finding thousands of ways that don't work and the one that changes everything. It's when your unrelenting spirit sees the world's needs and says, I will create something better. So, what will you do? Will you let your genius run wild? Give yourself the space to be great? Set your sights on something even bigger, because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of the blue.
Ladies and gentlemen, attention please. About to start the show. Better take your seats. It's time to let the curtain ride. We're gonna shake the room. We're gonna
Now earn up to 4 times the rewards with the ICCU Premier Rewards Visa credit card. It's the credit card from the credit union you love.
Since you guys have been in here, some things have changed. We've updated this place to be in its final form. New cabinets, new counters, all sorts of new stuff in here. This has turned into a place that wouldn't look out of place at an SEC or Big Ten football facility, and Dairy West has allowed us to have it here. We've taken a holistic approach to our player nutrition, and we're really thankful that Dairy West has made sure that our fueling station is the best in college esports and really at industry standard for any college athletic department.
This is our new home.
Mission control, engine lock.
I'll call you after.
I'll be right next to you.
My friend.
Winter Major presented by ICCU. 4 games already done on the day, and now it's time for game number 5, Bora versus Capital. And I'm very interested in how this one is going to play out. I think Bora was a team that was shaping up. Of course, they went against the runners-up, which is a hard, benchmark to actually break through. But against someone like Capital, who has shown immaculate defense, to say the least, I think we're in for an interesting one.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with you there. We're seeing Bora coming off a fairly hard loss against Capital. Both of these teams have played very well into high-skill teams. I mean, you have Capital, who ended up winning against Bishop Kelly in a very, very close series. Bora ended up playing Bishop Kelly incredibly close as well. I think this is going to be an incredibly close game one way or another, even if the first round doesn't quite go as well, because, we've been seeing that with both of these teams. First round doesn't go super great. Second round, they play it incredibly close, and then we just kind of see where the barn what part of the barn is most burnt from there. I will say, though, I think Capital has a small advantage coming into this. They're a little more fresh. They're coming off a little bit more of a break. Bora is jumping right in from one game to the other. They did have the little break that we got in between games that we got as well. But really, I think Capital might have a slight advantage there.
What I do like, what I saw from Capital, and it's something we talked with the coach of Bishop Kelly about, was their ability to play defense. What he called Spider-Man defense, where every time you're about to get a goal in, here comes, woo, knocks it away. It was great because there were so many goals that Bishop Kelly should have had that were blocked away from Capital's defense, which resulted in Capital getting that win. So it's something they can definitely carry over coming into this Bora game.
Yeah, definitely. Having 2 in the goal, one just kind of playing around allows for a lot more strategic play. And overall, it means that you have a lot more options in your rotations. You have a lot more options in your punishes. You can just do a whole lot more because you have the 2 in the goal just in case it's on the ground. But then you also have somebody outside who can push it away once the defenders knock it out from the bottom, or can rush into the defense if it is coming in from the top. But going into game 1, we're going to have to keep our eye on rotation. It's not only important in things like Blender, it is important in Rocket League as well. You got to be able to swap from defense to offense, from offense to defense, and the team that does that better will come out on top and win the day.
The old-fashioned rotatos.
Rotatos. Heck yeah.
And right now, things are looking a little bit better for Capital. They're currently 1-1 on the day, looking to advance that to 2-1. Bora still looking to find their first win for this Winter Major presented by ICCU. So Bora, they're definitely hungry to get a win right here.
And this will be their last chance to get one as well. This is our penultimate game. I don't know why I thought semi would be the word there. It's penultimate. Even though yes, quarter. No, the last one was the quarter.
Start putting words in,
the $50 ultimate game, Super Smash Bros.
Buy one get one ultimate game.
buy one for the price of 2 and get one free game.
All right, here we go. We're ready to hit the field right now. Bora versus Capital. Bora looking for their first win. Capital 1-1. Here we go. Right off, Eskif looking to fight and contend with Marky Moo, who sends it over. Neutral it goes. Raptor on the opposite end. But right now, Wolf seizing the opportunity. It's Eskif who plays pretty solid defense. We've seen that in the previous games and still playing that right now.
Yeah, Might looking to make a play off this side, looking to flip it upwards. Isn't quite going to go the way he wants, as Wolf is going to take it up the side. Marky looking to push it away, passing it over the top, and Eskif going to be just kind of moving it around. He's not going to get it out of possession, but he is going to be able to knock it out of the way, as Wolf is going to take a shot, isn't quite going to find much off of it. Might doubling back onto defense.
Marky Moo Bear in the corner. Here comes Nate Bones. First shot comes in. Might finds the save. To the corner, grabs the boost as well. Going to look to deny whatever he can. A little bit of a miscommunication there, but that's okay. Doesn't result in anything bad. Instead, it allows Might to try and take this aerial, but he over-pushes himself, ends up rotating on the opposite side of the ball. Marky Moo Bear looking for the shot. Eskif is there on defense, but doesn't find the mark. Marky Moo Bear will get Bora the first, will get Capital the first point.
That's going to leave a mark.
You just hear the boo in the background. We had to let that one marinate for a little bit.
Hey, some of the best jokes are well marinated as Might is going to grab it right out of the clutches of a goal. Bora with a nice shot isn't going to find it. Nate Bones trying to take it off of the defensive end. Raptor going to try and put it away, isn't going to get there in time as Markey is going to put it right back onto their side of the field. Might and Wolf, both of them going after the ball as Eskif is trying to challenge it, and the rotation is not quite fast enough out of everyone else on the side of Bora. Capital able to get it right back onto the offensive side, putting it right in front of the goal, but no one has the boost to get there. Bora saved from putting themselves two more in the hole as the rest of Capital is pushing the defense right to their limit.
Block comes in from Eskif against Marky Moo Bear. Wolf sends it over. Bones is unable to catch it. Eskif is definitely one of the star players, I would say, from Bora's side, and immediately gets demoed by Might. So, you know, Caster Curse in the works right there. Raptor takes it on the aerial. Marky Moo Bear fights for possession of the ball. Eskif waits on the opposite end as another demo is found. Marky Moo Bear going to get slain by Raptor. Here comes Eskif. A chance to go for a shot, but Marky says no.
Yeah, Raptors out here with taking the samurai approach to things. Really just playing this game like it's TDM. And I mean, it was working for a second there, but Moo is right on goal, and Wolf, with his first goal of the game, brings them up to 2. Capital getting themselves an early lead with a little bit less than half the time left on the clock.
Capital looking fantastic. You can hear those cowbells in the background from the audience. Make sure you ring those things every time your team is taking that goal. Show them your support, but here we go on the kickoff. Bones wants to find an angle. Raptor misdirects it thanks to the challenge that came through from Capital's side. Now Eskif, pass over. Might's sending it forward, but Nate Bones will not allow it. Sends it up the wall. Marky Moo Bear looking to flick that thing right on back. Here comes Eskif. Can't get past Marky. It's actually Wolf who catches it on the opposite.
Wolf going to take it once again, isn't going to find it anywhere forward. He's going to leave it to Mike to really get moving with. Grabs that full tank of boost and he just puts it in. He just finds that top corner and he says, or he goes up to the goal and he says, you know what, I'm putting it in the top right corner, and what does he do? Just puts it in. It's like pocketing a cue ball.
Did he just fly up slowly and down smash? Yes, he did, my good sir. As now the score 3-0 for Capital. Strong lead coming in this game. Number 1, 1:30 will be left on the clock. Marky Moo Bear fights for possession and gets it. Needs to get past Nate Bones, finds that as well. Now on defense is Bora. Eskif, defensive master, will push it back into the territory of the Eagles. Marky Moo Bear in the corner, but here comes a long shot now coming in. It's not on target, but Wolf can follow through and just off the side.
Just off to the side, no one quite there to challenge it yet, but with the rest of the team there, this is the time to make something happen. Mark with the shot, doing an uncontested goal at the crossbar. Eskif with the save, going to try and get put back in by Wolf, isn't going to find it. Marky Moo Bear with the ball once again. Mike trying to play Raptor off the side. Moo Bear with trying to get in, but Nate Bones is going to be the one to take it out. Wolf with the shot once again, isn't going to find it as Mike is going to be the one to keep it on that center line. We're seeing Bora with the shot. Wolf with the save.
Oh, man. Okay, I can see why Nate called it Spider-Man defense. You see him literally just swinging in. Wolf coming in, doing a good Peter Parker impression. Now Nate Bones gets contested. Wolf on the opposite end, knocks it over into the air, out of the corner, passes it back. Mike catches. Eskif looking for defense, but Raptors there first, double commit. Marky Moo Bear, a little bit of control of this ball. You can see right now, there's an opportunity to push forward. It gets disrupted immediately off kind of a clunky shot. Raptor sinks his talons into Might. Marky Moo Bear fights for it back, waiting for the ball to spike down for Capital to put the period on the back end of this game. 1 win, but not without looking for one more goal. Ball lands on the ground. 3-0 victory to Capital.
And what a game that was out of Capital, really just showing off their own teamwork. And what was I talking about before? Rotation wins games, and Capital was able to just rotate circles around Bora for that entire game. I'll give Bora credit where credit is due. Players like Raptor taking along those upsides, they were doing a really good job, but once again, we get to that problem of the double commits. You're getting good shots there, but then you just don't have anything on the defensive end.
Oh, in the Spider-Man Multiverse, is there a Spider-Wolf?
I would imagine. I mean,
Was he in that movie?
I don't know. I know that there was a Spider T-Rex.
There's got to be a Spider-Wolf.
Yeah, there's got to be a spider.
Yeah,
if there's a spider, if there's a Spido Dino, then maybe there's a wolf. I mean, there's also a Spider Cat.
I mean, proof he exists. We're watching him right now.
Yeah.
That defense.
Maybe
that
there's a
he's able to
Spider
pull
Goat
out.
too.
Like a lot of maybe lose my train of thought. A lot of defenders, like you tend to see a good amount of them just like kind of post up towards the goal and look to block that way. It's always Wolf who swoops in and just knocks it out, slaps that ball right out. You've done the whole slapping, rotating chair thing a little bit earlier, but that's not a bad depiction of the way Wolf plays.
I feel like Spider-Man is the wrong analogy because, you know, Spider-Man, you always kind of expect he's going to be there. So you always kind of know what angle he's going to come in. He's swinging around. I feel like it's more like Venom. He just appears.
Whoa.
Venom.
That's one way to put it. As kickoff starting right now, Bora, they might have a chance in Eskif. He gets the goal.
Putting one on the board early. That's what you want to see if you're Bora. Already giving themselves an early goal and a repeat of their first game against Bishop Kelly. Can they keep the momentum moving, though?
That's the question to be answered. Bora fans, let them know you don't want them to go home empty-handed. You want to win for them. So give them your voices. Give them your power. So right now, Bora.
For a spirit bomb.
Wait.
Wait. We
almost had it right there for
I said spirit bomb, and they almost just put a bomb right into the goal, but that's saved out at the very last second by Capital.
All right, Mike, another demo. This might be the case where Capital are just not playing for demos right here after seeing what Raptor did, but here we go. Shot goes up top. Marky Moo Moo Bear sends it into the corner. Eskif needs to get past two defenders. It's a tough one to get through, so you just got to bust through one of them with the demo, but doesn't find the second one. Now Raptor on the back end trying to mark where the ball is moving. Wolf will get the better of that exchange.
Yep, that is what you want to see if you're Wolf. Moo Moo Bear with the shot isn't going to quite make it on that corner, but now it's time for Wolf. Can he put it up there? He's going to pitch it off the side over to Might. Going towards the goal, but Raptor sitting in it isn't going to let it go that easy. Moo Moo Bear with a decent redirect onto the goal. It isn't quite a shot, doesn't have the power to make it, but that's okay. I don't think that's what he wanted with both of his teammates sitting in the goal line anyway. They were anticipating that as Might pushes it right back over the goal line. Nate Bones is going to be the one to grab it. Eskif going to take it away. The misread on the ball out of Moo Moo Bear is going to mean that they're going to have to come back for it as Wolf is right at the ball. Doesn't quite get possession.
Bora still lead this game. Looking to change that right now as Eskif. It's an open net, but it's not on target. Now Raptor on the opposite end. Here comes Eskif. Tries to send it, spike it downwards. Doesn't get the angle he's looking for. Now Might over in the corner. See, I did the same mistake too. Marky Moo Moo Bear bounces it off the back. Wolf doesn't get it. Instead, it's Might in the back end. Has the opportunity. Here comes Wolf. Here comes Marky. Double commit. Doesn't find a goal.
Doesn't find a goal, but all three defenders are out of the goal. Might comes back in and just puts it right in the goal line. Hey, that first one might not have gotten it, but it's why rotations are so important. Might was able to get around right to where he needed to be once again. And with all three defenders out, they tie it up. Capital Bora both sitting at 1 point each with 2.5 minutes left on the clock.
Am I watching an anime?
Maybe.
That goal was all Might. Yeah.
All for one.
Yeah, I could do that too. All right, here we go. Ball coming in for a Raptor. As Might over the top. Eskif. Demo found by Might, so yeah, maybe showing a little bit of superhero display. Eskif sends it back downfield. Marky Moo Moo Bear on the receiving end, but here comes Raptor. A good offensive chance now coming in for Bora. Might will put a stop to that.
Yeah, Might's going to push it away. Marky going to take it once again. However, it will be one out by Bora, pushing it right back over to Capital's lines. They're willing to put this thing, they want to put this thing back. Raptor with the shot is going to be stopped by Moo Moo. Nate Bones taking the ball up once again. Moo Moo is right back in the goal line. He's just going to stand right there as long as it takes. Eskif taking the ball up is going to be knocked away by Might into both of the defenders out of Bora. Nate Bones and Raptor right where they need to be as Wolf is going to take it right back over to the goal line. Flipped over by Eskif. That was a nice play, as Might is going to take it up, met by Raptor and Nate Bones, and they're going to be the ones to grab it once again.
This is a tie game still with 1:30 left on the clock. Bora have a chance. They can find a goal and play defense. They can take this game number 2, but ooh, that chance might be put out if only fast enough the Eagles were to get that goal. They're still centering it up though, still looking for opportunities. They have Eskif. Triple commit. That could be a big mistake right there, but not going to get punished just yet. Now Wolf going to look to center it up, looking for someone to pass to. It goes over the top. There's the opportunity,
there it is.
and it is seized by Mike.
And we once again see that triple commit come back to bite them. They all went that way. Luckily, Eskif was able to get there in time, but Nate Bones and Raptor weren't quite able to get there. Capital now leads 2-1. 1 minute remaining. It is 100% possible if they get a quick goal like they did to start this game out. But Raptor isn't quite going to find it.
Yeah, Might slips underneath Raptor, and now it's another opportunity to take a shot and try and send this game home. Ooh, Marky Moo Moo Bear goes for the high angle, sends it downwards, doesn't find it. Now Wolf going to look for one of his own. Might in the back half will not get it on target. Ball goes over the top of him. Wolf looking to catch this. Raptor backs up. Raptor over Wolf. Doesn't get it past Might though. Might catches it. Now we'll push through, sends it downfield. Nate fighting for control of that ball. Marky Moo Moo Bear, watch out. He can be lethal, and so can Raptor, but just like that, Might will put him down so quickly with that demo. It's Raptor, 10 seconds on the clock. Might catches, sends it center field, sent over, trying to tie up this game. Bora are desperate. They can still do something. They can send it to overtime, but not when it's in their territory. Raptor fighting for it. Ball goes down, and so do Bora, as the Eagles will take the series 2-0.
Capital almost putting a third one in there too to end out the game, but a much better showing in this game than their last game against Middleton. What a game out of Capital and Bora, and overall, that's once again, Bora plays the second game within a point.
Yeah, within a point. Bora still keeps shaping up, but they just can't get it. They can't get the win. You know, it is a little bit bitter to go home from this major without having any wins, but it's still okay though, because this is a preseason warm-up. This is what they need in order to figure out where the flaws do lie. So, you know, credit to Bora for putting their best foot forward, but at the end of this match, it's all Capital.
At the end of the day, that is who it will be. Capital will end the day 2-1. Their only loss being to Middleton. Not a bad record, or to Middleton. Not a bad record at all, especially to end it out. And Bora has a lot of stuff they can look back on, a lot of games that they can VOD review over and say, this is where we need to work on. This is what we're going to do all season to get our gameplay to where it needs to be.
Exciting to see, but you know what's going to even be more exciting is the final match of the day, which will be BK versus Middleton. That'll be coming up in just a second, but first we got to thank our sponsors, and that is ICCU for their continued support of Boise State Esports. Thanks to ICCU, Boise State Esports has won multiple national championships and piled up more than 1,500 wins. ICCU, looking after your daily balance. Visit ICCU.com. And thanks to them for sponsoring this tournament, of course, making this a reality, making this possible. Always great stuff to have tournaments at the high school level, at the collegiate level, at every single level. It is always fantastic, but we need to wrap up this day. We're going to get ready for our final match of the day, and that is going to be Bishop Cali versus Middleton. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, attention please, about to start the show, better take your seats.
Now earn up to 4 times the rewards with the ICCU Premier Rewards Visa credit card. It's the credit card from the credit union you love.
Scott Matlock, underrated recruit, has built himself into one of the best defensive players in the Mountain West.
What would you do if you couldn't fail? Would you see every setback as a catalyst to keep going? This is the innovator's mindset, because innovation demands daring. It's finding thousands of ways that don't work, and the one that changes everything. It's when your unrelenting spirit sees the world's needs and says, I will create something better. So, what will you do? Will you let your genius run wild? Give yourself the space to be great? Set your sights on something even bigger, because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of the blue.
This is our new home.
Mission control, engine locked.
I'll call you after.
I'll be right next to you.
My friends know me as Derek, but I'm also Master Sergeant Raxter. This is my life in the Air National Guard.
Since you guys have been in here, some things have changed. We've updated this place to be in its final form. New cabinets, new counters, all sorts of new stuff in here. This has turned into a place that wouldn't look out of place at an SEC or Big Ten football facility, and Dairy West has allowed us to have it here. We've taken a holistic approach to our player nutrition, and we're really thankful that Dairy West has made sure that our fueling station is the best in college esports and really at industry standard for any college athletic department.
we're hopping right into it.
5 games done. 1 more to go.
Oh,
that is Bishop Cali versus Middleton. We're running it back. Semifinals from last year. Welcome back to the Winter Major presented by ICCU. Last time, my name's Eric, this is Bryce, and we've been having a grand old time.
We've been having a great old time. We got to see a lot of players, a lot of games. We got to see the conclusion of Middleton and Bora's runs. Middleton performing 2-1, Bora going 3-0, but wow, keeping that last one close. And now we get to close out the night with Bishop Kelly and Middleton, a little bit of a grudge match from last year's finals.
Yeah. And it's a lot of fun for us because here at Boise State University, Danner is one of our casters, Nate is one of our coaches. So we get to see that kind of little showdown and, maybe some trash talk throughout the year. I can see Danner's already hyped up, but yeah, he's giving us his energy over there.
And a little bit of booing from the other side as well. Not too happy.
Let him know, Nate. Let him know. He's putting his thumbs down over there. He's letting Danner know how he feels. But yeah, a rematch of the semifinals. This is going to be a lot of fun. Bishop Kelly versus Middleton.
Bishop Kelly and Middleton. Caster versus coach, but this time it is coach versus coach. And as we get this party started, Middleton with an early lead as Samurai going to take a shot on goal.
Oh my word!
We are 5 seconds in. The Middleton staple as Samurai is going to be the one to start this one off. He's right over Ecuador.
Oh, Hector. That was rough. That was so rough right there because he tries to get up, but he's super late, ends up assisting the ball in. But that's kind of what happens when things get a little bit too chaotic at the start. Dark going to find a demo against Zebra, who was the superstar of the last time we saw Middleton. Now the contest going up midfield.
They were told to get Zebra out of here, and that is exactly what they did, making sure that he cannot play, demoing him as much as possible. But Samurai, more like Executioner, said, "You're not going to take out my teammates. No, I take out yours." As Aspect going to take the ball over, Zebra going to meet him. They're going to clash in the center, but it is going to go the way of the Vikings. Another one out of Samurai.
Vehicular car slaughter is going on right now, man. Samurai, we had a talk with Danner, and apparently Samurai just said, "Hey, I'm going for demos, bro." And yeah, it's definitely showing right now. Samurai might be going for goals on top of it, but not on net just yet. Gets knocked out by Dark.
Zebra and Dark both committing to it. However, it went in favor of Dark. However, Suki right there looking to put it under, but Aspect in a good spot. Zebra unable to bounce it off. Samurai has to save the boost for demos. You can't spend it. You got to spend it to go fast. But it doesn't matter because it's all going away. Dark said, "I will be your executioner this time around," as Zebra going to go up for the ball this time.
I feel like there might be some little challenge going on with some of these demos. They're taking it personally. As Suki just goes over the top. Now Zebra has a chance to take it away. Ooh, Dark able to get right past Zebra. It was nice right there. The save found by Samurai nonetheless. Now Suki taking it on the aerial, bounces it off the top of the ceiling. Zebra sends it into the corner. Aspect gets broken through, centered up, looking for the back pocket of Samurai, but not quite in time.
Suki looking to push it up, is actually just going to tip it up towards the ceiling. Ekdor passing it down to Dark, but Suki is going to be the one to grab it instead. Zebra going up for it, managing to beat Ecuador to the ball as Aspect looking to make a shot. Doesn't have enough boost to really get there, and Zebra is going to get demoed. Suki is also going to be demoed, but with the ball sitting on Bishop Kelly's side of the field and just a little bit over halfway, over the halfway point, Bishop Kelly needs to get something and get something quick.
Oh my word! These demos are insane. Samurai has 3 demos, Dark has 4, therefore Dark winning, right?
Yes, Dark winning.
Now, chance for a shot to come in, but Hector does find save in time. Now Aspect challenges on to Suki, who gets knocked into his goal but finds the save.
Yeah, lots of bumping out of Bishop Kelly. A lot of disruption that way, especially on those aerials. Zebra going up for the ball. It's going to be saved out by Aspect. Suki with a shot. Is Samurai going to get there in time? No. Dark is going to be the one to push that out. Saving the goal, looking to make another as Ekdor is pushing up, but managed to get off by Suki. Pushed away from the goal. Dark able to keep it in play. but Suki able to take it away all the same. Zebra taking out Aspect for good measure.
The aerial demo on top of it, but here comes the shot blocked by Hector. Aspect comes in and sends it to the corner. Nice little team play coming out. Dark will not be able to hold control of the ball. This is a chance to score. Suki instead bides his time. Aspect fighting with Samurai. Now Zebra sends it centered, looking for the pass back, but Dark will take it away. Demo comes in, Zebra takes down Dark. We're getting so many demos in this game. Suki looking for the aerial, gets sent over to the ceiling. Zebra on net, scores for the second point of the game, and Dark just demos Samurai.
Dark is out for blood. It doesn't matter if we have scored a goal or what, he is going to take his one with him. And so far, he's winning. You got to step up your game, Mr. Samurai. You got to step it up if you're going to win. But holy cow, a shot from Dark. A shot in the dark is not going to make its mark, unfortunately. Suki looking to go upwards with a shot from Hector, not going to find its way through. A little bit over to the right. Dark going to get another demo. I'm just gonna.
I don't know. Okay, we heard that in the background. I'm getting dribbled.
I thought he said another demo.
Oh God! Oh, Samurai.
No!
Samurai takes down Dark. Aspect going to take down Suki. This is absolute chaos on the field right now.
This is a demolition derby.
There's axles. There's broken drivetrains all over the field. 30 seconds left on the clock. Set up for the aerial. Hector now looking to slam it down past Samurai. Samurai finds the save. But you got to watch out for some of these demos, man, because I have a feeling another one is just waiting around the block.
We've essentially turned this game into 2v2s with how many demos are on the field at any given time. Dark with a shot, isn't quite going to find it, a little too far to the left, 8 seconds counting. Bishop Kelly needs to find one right here. Aspect going up for the ball, is going to miss the read, but Dark has his way over. 1 second left, and that will leave Middleton winner of round one. However,
no.
Was it really a victory?
It wasn't. It wasn't. Look at Dark's demos.
Look at the demos.
Look at Dark's demos. 6 demos.
He got the most.
That's the same amount as all of Middleton combined. I think Dark just.
I think Bishop Kelly take that one.
Hand him the trophy. Hand him the curtain. Bishop Kelly, you guys already win.
Well, you still got one more. Can they get more demos in game 2?
I mean, this is what we go by, right? We're going by KD.
We're going by KD, yeah. I wish it would tell you who got demoed the most. Or like who got demoed by who.
I mean, Dark was kind of on a mission. He was going after everyone in that one.
he was indiscriminate with his demos.
Then you just look at the coach and be like, Samurai started it.
Yeah. I can't blame him at all. It's just retaliation at that point.
All right, match point now for Middleton to go home from this winter major 3-0 undefeated. They'll be the only team to be undefeated. Definitely going to feel good, but BK can try and look for an upset. It was a closer game, to say the least. 2-0 win, 2 points. You can definitely make that up. We'll see if Bishop Kelly can utilize some of those demos brought in by Dark and turn it into goals.
Indeed. Hey, players win games, and if you don't have any players on the field, it makes it really hard to win games. And Aspect already going for a shot, but saved out by Suki. Going to take it all the way over. He's out of boost, but not out of options, as Dark is going to take it right over to Zebra, rolling right towards that midfield, and Suki's going to have to run for it. Samurai is going to save it out.
Ooh, I kind of felt that right there. There was almost a shot to go for Suki. Now you got to watch out for Samurai. Oh, right off the corner. Samurai is done with demos. It's time for goals.
You know, historically, Samurai have always been very good archers. And what are archers if not accurate?
AJ, what do you rate that one? Okay, he gave it a 0. Sorry.
Hey, that's bias. He's just going to throw up zeros all the time.
All right, now Zebra going up into the corner. Hector steals the ball back. I feel like we're only moments away from the demo, man. A Samurai on the aerial into the corner. Has the pass back to Suki. Hector going to run interference. Suki almost getting control back. A lot of patience played by Suki.
Yeah.
Zebra still getting into the corner. Defense going okay for Bishop Kelly.
Ooh, a nice little demo out of Zebra. I don't think that one was the kill streak, was part of the kill streak. I think that was just good play, but with a good shot, a little too far to the right. Not gonna find it. angles a little wide, and Zebra not going to find the ball, but Samurai will. Tipping it upwards into the corner, and Samurai going to be the one to take it away. Aspect going to knock it out, but Suki and Zebra right there to back him up. Off the back wall, setting it up for Samurai, but not quite there in time. Suki is going to take it up the ball, passing it down to Zebra. Gonna save it out. Back to the goal. Saved out again. Aspect grabbing the ball again. Doesn't quite get the shot, but it's going towards the goal, and Samurai's going to take it out.
He went back, collected some boost. Rest of the team kind of doing that. You need Dark to go do that as well. Now into the corner. It is a shot!
Oh.
And it's a shot made to tie up this game, 1-1.
That is what you needed out of BK, just finding a good time to get shots. I want to point out, every single member of BK had no boost. There was not a lick of boost to be found in this lobby on the side of BK, and they still were able to find that shot.
All right, what do we got left? Bishop Kelly, can you take game 2? Can you send us to our first game 3? We yearn for game 3.
They yearn for the game 3.
See if we can actually get there as Zebra.
Oh, Zebra!
Zebra yearns for a perfect score. That's what's going on here, but Hector will find the block. Now Hector in the corner, doesn't get the double tap, tries to get the back pass to Dark. It goes awry. Downfield, a shot opportunity for Zebra. Hector is able to knock it off target.
You know, Bishop Kelly was talking about the Spider-Man defense. It seems that they've figured it out themselves, too, in the goal. Hector is able to push it away. Aspect able to stop his advance, stop the swing from side to side. Asuki takes it right back onto the defensive line. They are still playing hard defense, but Aspect doing a lot of work to keep this one off of their goal.
2 minutes, 20 seconds left on this clock. Hector, very quick Samurai was to get in position. Asuki on the aerial, passes it over to Zebra. Zebra off the crossbar, looking for the double tap.
Oh,
Samurai is there!
Man, what a shot out of Samurai. Waited for Az to push out just a little too far and then bowled that one in. What a goal from Samurai to put Middleton up in the series. We are already on offense again, and Ek is just barely there.
Hector, nice hero save coming through. Zebra looking for the shot, goes for the aerial, passes it to Samurai. Good bump coming out from Bishop Kelly. Dark, center field. Zebra's the one to recover. Hector doesn't have it on net. No one there to receive it from the side of Bishop Kelly to take another shot, so this allows offense to be played
and offense to be made as Zebra will go up to 3.
Zebra pushing them up, able to get quite a few goals in a short amount of time, and that's what you want to see in this final game. Bishop Kelly need to find a few goals of their own. We got 1:30. Plenty of time left on the clock. That's almost a minute per goal. But the issue is, can they get past the Middleton defense? Samurai going down incredibly early. Dark is back on his shenanigans and ready to cause more destruction and devastation.
Come on, Dark, it's a KD game. Get that KD up. Where are the demos, man? As there we go.
There we go.
Immediately gets to her.
I'm not even sure you can call that caster curse. I think that's just caster prediction.
It's the caster blessing.
Indeed. Once again, Samurai looking for a goal. Is he going to get demoed in the process? No. Dark has no boost. Neither does anyone else, and Zebra is going to put a fourth on the board.
Danner mentioned how this team rotates, how they play around each other, the teamwork they have. That's a supreme display of just that right there. Realizing, hey, if he doesn't make the shot, I am there to make sure that ball goes in.
Yep, Zebra pinching it out from the kickoff. 1 minute remains. 60 seconds for Bishop Kelly to bring this thing to overtime. 3 goals are needed as Aspect has a good shot on goal, but Samurai is right there to save it. Zebra with another shot on the goal, passing it over, but Hector is going to be the one to save it out. Suki looking to play it off the top, is not going to find it. Hector is going to play it perfectly to take it away. Nobody has any boost though. Dark kind of scrounging around for all those 12 pips of boost. This Aspect is going to get the save off just a hop alone. Zebra with the shot a little high. No one there to quite play off of it as Aspect and Suki are going to fight for this ball. Samurai and Zebra both going for it as well. They just need to keep it out for 14 seconds. Dark looking to take this one away. 10 seconds remaining as Aspect trying to take the ball.
Middleton are going to say no game threes are allowed. 4-1 is the score as they will end this with a 2-0 sweep against Bishop Kelly.
And that leaves them at a
make some noise. Hey, he did the thing, man. How are you going to leave him hanging? Come on. Oh, they want to make it best of five. You hear the calls out coming through.
What does our TO say? Oh.
You see Nate right there?
No. Unfortunately. Okay, TO
says
veto.
No. It's all right, Nate. It's all right. We'll get him next time.
We'll get him next week in Smash Bros.
But yeah, this was a lot of fun. Easy to say, Middleton is a very well-developed team, whether it be on the synergistic side, the mechanical side. Everything they're able to bring together, even with Samurai being a complete menace to society and going for demos exclusively in some of these games. Top team ending off this winter major with the 3-0 in the preseason.
I would tend to agree, and Middleton has proven to be the team to beat so far. However, there's one big player that we have not seen yet, and that is Meridian Tech. They didn't make it to this tournament, and they're pretty big. They're pretty big in the esports scene. They win out on a lot of the games, and I think that there's a lot of stuff that they are going to bring to the table that we did not see tonight. They did not bring their appetizer, so to say. So, I think there's still something that Middleton needs to keep an eye on, but after the showing tonight, it's not a very close eye. They have shown to be the force of nature to beat, and I feel like it's a good way to start off the season for them.
But that does end off what was a pretty awesome tournament, to say the least. This preseason played beautifully, showcasing what these teams are about. Shout out to our sponsors, Boise State University Extended Studies. Get your degree on a schedule that works for you. Boise State Extended Studies offers a variety of fully online courses and degrees to help you get your degree on your schedule. Visit boisestate.edu/extended studies for more details. Let's recap how everything has gone and where these teams lie at the end of the day. It was Middleton with a 3-0. Capital, who actually showed up pretty big, getting a 2-1. Bishop Kelly 1-2, and Bora going 0-3.
Good showing out of all the teams tonight. There's a lot of stuff to improve on before games or before the tournament, or not tournament, before the season starts. That's the word I'm looking for. Before the season starts next week. And I feel like this was a great way to figure out what exactly we all need to do, where are our strengths, where are our weaknesses, how can we improve, and how can we have the best season possible. And I feel like all these teams are in a good position to do that.
I mean, so many players that we can really highlight. From Wolf over on Capital, some of the defensive plays that we got from him. Eskif on Bora even played defensively as well. Some really good Rocket League. I think the players of the day definitely go to Middleton. Every single player, whether it be Samurai, complete menace with the demos, or Suki and Zebra, who are just putting on clinics of goals. It shows you that the talent that we have in this state with a lot of our high school squads.
Indeed, and I cannot wait to see that talent continue to flourish throughout the season. And I can't wait to see who makes it here coming May when our final tournament for this league is.
All right, but that is going to do it for the broadcast. Now, a quick shout out to everyone who participated, all the high schools, the coaches, the staff, production behind the scenes, and you for tuning in to our Ugly Mugs. We'll see you next time when we have more Rocket League.
Rocket Loud.